Even the sun is looking for a place to warm up. It's been a cold day here in Regina and the Montana's Brier. It's a prime matchup in prime time from the Prairie. Finally, 4 is the charm for Brendan Bottcher. He wants to add to his tankard title. Brendan Bottcher and the Alberta boys now need to bounce back after a loss yesterday. He's been close. Now he hopes to get over that hump. Matt Dunstone was a runner-up in London. Can the team from Toba take charge tonight? Manitoba, Alberta, draw 12 next. So time to come on inside the Brandt Center and warm up with some red-hot curling, and a big one tonight. Could very well mean a spot in the playoffs when it's all said and done. Well, let's get you caught up in what happened this afternoon. First teams from Pool B, and the feature was Prince Edward Island and Tyler Smith from the Crapo Curling Club in Prince Edward Island against Quebec and Julien Tremblay. And in the 7th, boy, he's been on his game. 4th appearance and looking very comfortable. And yeah, that one at the back, that's in. That was a 3, and he would go on to the win. Elsewhere on the ice, it was Nova Scotia have bounced back. They've won 3 in a row, and again, they beat a struggling Kevin Cooey. McEwen's a winner, and Gushu looking better each game out, beats Nunavut. So take Pool B first, and it's McEwen on top with PEI and Jamie Cooey all at 4-1, and Gushu now at 4-2, and Manuel has come back to get to 500. Our attention tonight is on Pool A. Top of the table is the team from Northern Ontario with Bottcher, Carruthers, Dunstone all at 3-1, and BC above 500 at 3-2. And on this Tuesday night, we do say hello, Canada. Welcome back to Regina. Joe, Russ, we'll hear from Kathy in just a moment. Matt Dunstone says he's not happy. Well, not totally. He likes his draw game, doesn't like his hit game.
Yeah, and for them, they trained their entire season towards this event, so to feel off technically on his hits, that's mind-boggling in my opinion. But guess what? They're playing against a team, Bottcher, very defensive. If you're feeling your draws, lean on that tonight, Matt, and you might come out with that win.
And that's the key when you talk about Bottcher. They did not play this morning. Their last game was a loss to Northern Ontario, and to Joe's point, very defensive.
Incredibly defensive. They get up 1, and it's like, oh, we got them now, and you're going to hit out. You can't run and hide with the 5-rock roll with this much curl against these type of teams, especially Dunstone tonight. 91% of that game against Northern Ontario, they let them hang around. Ty coming home, they lost the game. They cannot be defensive.
It is a very big game, to say the very least. Head-to-head record. One of these teams, when it's all said and done, may not get through.
Phenomenal team. I mean, that's a team that just seems to get better and better all the time. Been the best Canadian team out there this year. Team we love playing against, and you know, you have to bring your best stuff to have a chance to beat them.
They've had a great couple years together too. I think they've got a really strong team. I really think our ticket to success this week is not really focusing a bunch on who we're playing, just kind of going back to the basics of what we do. And if we do that, I hope we're on the good end of it.
The 2024 Montana's Brier is proudly presented by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. By PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada. By New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada. And by BKT Tires, growing together.
The only team from Pool A not playing, Andrew Simmons, Newfoundland and Labrador, coming off their first win earlier today. The other games, Kathy, are what?
Well, Trevor Bonneau, what a great story this Northern Ontario team has been at this Brier. They take on Catlin Schneider and his BC team tonight. Catlin playing very inspired in front of a hometown crowd. Team Carruthers, well, they had their first setback this morning in a loss. They will want to rebound. And even though James Grattan and New Brunswick are winless, he is a feisty competitor and gets better as the week goes on. This will be closer than you think. And finally, the last team, well, that's Scott Howard. He had a loss this morning. He's going to want to try to get back to even. He takes on Yukon and Thomas Scoffin.
So it's time to meet the teams now. It's brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. Team Dunstone, they hail from the Fort Rouge Curling Club in Winnipeg, skipped by the 28-year-old Matt Dunstone and backed up by Ryan Harnden, Colton Lott, and VJ Neufeld. Alberta's Bottcher from the Glencoe Club in Calgary, skipped by 32-year-old Brendan Bottcher with Ben Hebert, Brett Gallant, and Mark Kennedy at third. And how close was it? Well, it's Alberta that will have the hammer, playing the Yellowstones in this first, and it was just, look at that, 7 centimeters, just a little bit more. The difference as Alberta gets the last rock. So Matt Dunstone is out. He has the brush down. And to get us underway, the Dunstone lead is Ryan Harden.
Good line.
There right now.
Line's good.
Tight. Real tight.
Ryan opening up with an out turn. He's probably going to see a lot of those playing against Benny Hebert. Benny Hebert's 78% of his shots this week out turns.
14-9.
And it's always like that with Benny. Always the out turn. And then I'd look, well, I wonder what's wrong with his interns. He's thrown 13 of them. He's 100%.
It's always been that way for him.
Yeah, it's just a habit, I guess.
You wouldn't expect anything less.
A little bit of room early.
Comes to Ben Hebert.
Top 4.
A little bit of room early.
200% games
Weight's good.
Gonna have
in
to
a
curl.
row.
And playing at home, of course, the Regina native.
Got a curl.
So he
Line's
gets to
pretty
come
good.
home.
Got a curl. Hard.
Now
hard,
makes his home
hard.
in Chestermere, Alberta.
Good shot.
All right, keys to the game, and let's start with Matt Dunstone.
Yeah, for Matt and company, I'd suggest putting up longer guards, knowing Team Bottcher's hitting ability. They love to make that run back. Longer guards, they may have to play some more finesse. Dunny needs to be money tonight. He's mentioned how he's not quite feeling it. This is the game where he needs to find his form.
Wow,
Just
Dunny
north.
needs to be money. Very good.
Jeez.
So the pressure's on now, boy.
Curl.
I have to change my answers.
Keep going.
Weight's good.
Keep going.
Their consecutive title may be on the line here. All right, let's see what you've got. The keys for Bottcher.
Well, don't wait. The talent of this team is unbelievable. You've got the fastest car in the field here. Take your foot off the brake. They've got to put some pressure on their opponent. Make your mark. Mark Kennedy, 97%, number 1 by a mile at the third position. Make your move with him.
Keys to the game are brought to you by Purex Bathroom Tissue.
Hard, Mark.
It's pure comfort.
Hard, you got a chance.
And yours was pure.
Good scrub.
Wow. Way to go, Joe.
Thanks. I thought about that all afternoon.
When you say that, though, take the foot off the gas, or take the foot off the brake in this case. You can't be reckless about it, right?
Yep.
He can't be. You got to be. You can't be reckless about it when you take your foot off the brake.
No, for sure. And you know what they did the other night wasn't wrong. They were playing scoreboard. I just didn't see them put any pressure on their opponent, and sometimes it'll come back to bite you, and it did.
It's one of those things that's a game plan that has brought them a huge amount of success this year. So you don't need to deviate from that stuff completely. But sometimes there's opportunities where you can make one. And I mean, for Brendan, he's a fantastic hitter, but he's also a great drawer. And he's got Ben and Brett sweeping for him, which opens up that margin for error.
I only remember in that game one time them throwing a corner guard with hammer, and they nearly got 3. They got 2.
Roll it.
You do that a couple times, and it's a lot easier way to
That'll play,
win.
Brett.
Well, there you go. To your point, their lead is number 1. Their second is number 1. Yeah, he has the tools. Certainly,
Oh, yeah.
This is a purpose-built team. Let's remember that.
Great team.
It's all about getting to the Olympics. Colton Lott.
Half. Line's good. Little bit early for line.
Talk about draw weight for this team. First game without hammer, and they lost it by about 7.5 centimeters.
Yeah.
That draw for hammer, we keep talking about how important it is. And it's almost like it is like a win if you end up in a head-to-head tiebreaker that can't be broken with the head-to-heads.
Hey, Cole. All right, Cole. Where you want to go with it, You like easy?
Sure.
5 rock rule, 10 ends, 38 minutes thinking time, just the one 60-second timeout, and of course the no tick rule. So that Stone appears to be just touching the center line, so we can't play it until the 6th Stone of the end. Here we go.
Yep. Hard.
Brett Gallant.
Hard.
Want to go low?
Hard. Hard. Hard, Ben, you got it.
Oh, look at him go. Here we go.
Go.
Here we go. Here we
Big
go.
roll, big roll, big roll.
Are you going to roll it over?
Okay,
Hey,
good
good
speed.
throw.
Oh, I thought you had it.
10-2.
It's okay.
Interesting. Did you hear Mark said you want to go alone?
Brett.
He just said you want to do this by
Sorry,
yourself,
Bottch.
and then he
Little
Kennedy
shades
jumped in with a little help.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Just clean.
Never ceases to amaze me how BJ Neufeld can throw the rock with his broom in front of the stone. As he releases it, he opens the broom, and he's about 1.5 inches away from Harnden's left foot. It's amazing they don't either burn the rock or each other.
That's a lot of moving parts. Very coordinated.
Here, guys? No, it's not. Like,
You think
it's like about. You okay with easy? Couple pens.
He rolled a little farther than he wanted to, but that was important. Sit right there, and you would have seen Mark try to get behind that corner. Now it's a longer roll. It's harder.
So you've got the number 1/3 as well.
By a long shot so far this week. It's early yet, but that's a crazy number, 97.
We're at 4 games. Some teams are at 5 already, so we're midway. An 8-game round robin, of course.
Come on. Keep going. Keep going.
And not quite.
Sorry, guys. Good speed. Came down.
Good,
Yeah.
good call.
Fresh.
10-6.
Come on.
Control.
Killed it.
There you go to your point. Now open up.
Watch how
There you
close the
go.
feet are.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
it's unbelievable.
Yep.
Hard.
Really got to go.
Hard.
Really got to go, Pete.
Hard.
Brian Harden. Got to get it by the guard first. There, do that. Now we're going to roll this. And will it sit?
Good shot, Beach.
And it does. Back button. It spills, though, in turn side.
A little more weight on that, eh?
Yeah.
So back and forth they go with these rolls.
Nice shot.
Good shot, Beach.
It's almost fully buried behind that center line guard.
So are you looking to roll here? Because I'm wondering where this stone will end up and what he'll leave Dunstone.
I think this late to when they're trying to roll wide open and maybe blank.
Little
Yeah,
late.
step one, they want to make sure that they can kill shot rock right now.
It's a little late.
Clean.
A little late.
Yep.
You get to nose, they might freeze.
A little light.
Hard,
So
Ben.
here he
Weight's
goes.
close. Weight's good.
Whoa.
Nice.
Curl. Curl.
Go.
Curl.
Speed, speed,
Curl.
speed.
Curl.
Watch on this one.
Curl. Curl.
Oh, they got to the nose.
Good shot, Mark.
Shot rock, top button.
A good toss. 12-5.
You made that look easy, but that's a fresh line. It's inside that draw for hammer line where you go out wide and then it comes to the middle.
Fresh or pretty close now, you think?
I get 12 and a half on that. So I think it's pretty
You think it'll
good.
be
I
pretty
knew the
close?
roll away would almost have to look like we were missing it at the hog line.
Yeah.
So that's I'm okay with that.
We've seen easier shots than this missed. To your point, too, any underthrow here, they might not get it by the guard.
And then on the other side of it, an overthrow, it doesn't quite catch that break. This is almost fully buried.
Yep.
Matt Dunstone in a 6th Brier appearance, last year's runner-up in London.
Hack weight. Just hack.
We saw him at the Points Bet in Oakville in the fall. And
Yep.
Clean, yep.
was a runner-up there, too, to Reed Carruthers.
Whoa.
Clean.
Curl. Curl.
Hard curl.
Hard.
Hard
If you can
feet,
get
hard
this
feet.
Go.
over and maybe a little bit underneath. No, just sits it right there.
Good weight.
Great throw.
Yeah, good throw.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Probably the right weight.
Yeah, I'll give you the same. Fully good now. 12.
Definitely any sort of freshness is gone, yeah.
I mean, it's a nice curl. Like it's
Yep.
So precise, great communication there. So now it's up to game speed in this particular spot.
You see a lot of teams, they do a really good job before the shot, framing it. How's it going to run? What are we expecting? But it's that after part. Close the loop. Did we see what we wanted to? Is it what we thought? And keep learning moving forward.
So, not number one. Mike McEwen. Saskatchewan skip is the number one so far this week.
Board. More.
Again, Hebert.
Lots of weight.
Here we go again. Going to flirt with that guard a little bit. Yeah, they are. They're going to be all over it.
This could hang around, though. Should.
Come on, say hello. That works.
The yellow board, I'm not sure it was that heavy. He got into a new path, maybe?
Yeah, it's definitely the tightest line.
All right, Kathy, let's start our updates with BC against Northern Ontario. Caitlin Schneider out of the Victoria Curling Club with the hammer.
Hard to tell whether that backstone is in. It may be a biter. And so for Trevor Bonneau on his final stone, he went around. It is not completely buried. But even if this is the blank, he has to be really careful not to jam.
Oh, you crash, and now that's not even a question. It'll be a steal of one. For Northern Ontario, Trevor Bonneau out of the Fort William Curling Club in Thunder Bay. BC has fought their way back now to get above 500.
Nice opportunity to create a force situation. Just hang around.
Dunstone. Number 4 in our country. In terms of ranking, Bottcher number 1 in Canada, number 2 in the world. Joel Retornaz. The Italians have had an outstanding season, and they are number 1.
All those years I was teased that we somehow lost to Joel Retornaz.
Well, now you can go there number 1.
Exactly.
Maddie. Gradual.
Yeah.
Almost 20 years later.
Well, true. Well, you didn't have to say that.
Heavy. Close to normal.
Clean.
There you go. That's that number. 50% or more. That's a really good number. Scoring 2 or more with last rock. And good sweep. Yeah, to hold it right there, but they'll have to settle for a single. Crashing on the guard. And the force.
I went around a little more.
Tuesday night, Montana's Brier from Regina. Welcome back to our continuing coverage. Our feature game is a big one. 2 teams at 3-1. Manitoba's Matt Dunstone and Alberta's Brendan Bottcher. Bottcher forced to take the single in the first. Dunstone with last rock. Playing the Redstones here in 2. Corner or center guard went up. Corner went up from Dunstone, and then not getting around was Bottcher. Now he left that short. Was that intentional, or he just didn't get there?
I think he was just light. I'm pretty sure they wanted that in, and then they leaving it short is a spot that they can't hit it yet because of the free guard zone rules.
And right around that corner, you often say you put it there for a reason, use it, and they are.
Yeah, I love going around right away, and then with the hitting ability, all these teams, especially these 2 teams, they can usually clean up the mess down the middle.
That's your draw to button line?
No, I'm
Yeah, smart not to sweep Benny's into the top of the 12, then he can hit it.
Get over buried, right? Yep.
It's dead light.
No, it's not that. No, it's good.
Earlier today, we were watching PEI, and his brother Chris throwing the second stones for Tyler Smith. Outstanding Brier so far for them. PEI 4-1, playing in the other pool.
Got a curl. Hard bend.
Boy, did you see that go?
Get it back here.
Yeah.
Get it back. That'll play.
Get out there.
And they get it down to the back edge of the 4. It just seemed to take a little extra turn
Yeah.
Well, maybe eyes were deceiving.
Plenty of room, but once they break, they really go with draw weight.
What do you think?
Straighter the two sides, too, unless things have changed.
I'm probably looking at like 13.
Think he can tap this enough to sit two?
I think so. It's so deep in the rings, there's some extra time to curl. Doesn't look great from the hack, though, when the rock is overburied.
Easy.
Back line. Back 12. Clean.
Compare that to Alberta. I think I remember it was 52, so I'd like to be in that 45 to 55 range.
Boy, that took off.
And they are all over that center. And now they got a little bit of a staggered corners.
I think they heard BJ say that might be a better shot.
Yeah, no kidding.
Exposed shot Stone.
Well, this first end, I mean, how long have they been playing this?
Well, they had a bit of an ice issue, and so they brought out the ice crew. There were a couple of bumps right where Scott Howard is sliding out right now, and it was right in the path of everybody. So they had the ice techs come out and fix it up, and now it is. And Thomas Scoffin made a great shot on his first one. It is the second shot Stone, freezing to the Howard Stone. Howard tried to move them around, but it is a very small path. Needs to get full four to score two.
And does
not.
So that one sitting back button is the lone point. I wondered, I mean, just thought they were taking a lot of time. Didn't notice the ice crew. Thanks, Kathy.
They're quite angry.
1-0. Ontario there. And not getting around.
Like a hard hack.
Awfully good opportunity here. You mentioned it before the show started, Joanne, that if Bottcher wants to hit everything inside, you know, if you're going to play against him, like Dunstone, go after him. Try to make those finesse shots. Not that they can't make them, but at least get them out of their comfort zone.
Whoa, hack, clean, good weight, clean up.
As much as you want to ignore your opposition and play your game, it's really hard to beat Bottcher at the defense.
Colton Lott just bangs it on the beak, sitting there, shot Stone, back four, center line. Chance for Bottcher to maybe get the roll underneath.
So Colton's really curled here, Mark. Colton's look like they're curling.
Oh, yeah.
But.
Oh, yeah. I think it's going to curl, Mark. I'm with you.
Wait, right? We can manage it. She's close, yeah.
Okay.
Clean.
12.
Clean. Clean. Whoa.
12.
Whoa. Clean. Whoa. Clean. Yes. Clean up. Hard. Whoa.
Get it off that card, and now let it swoop in.
Curl, curl, curl.
Take it over.
Very good
And
shot,
very
Mark.
nice. Well managed. So there are 6 different brother combinations. We mentioned the Gallants, and there's the Kennedys. Mark and Glenn, who throws the third stones for Jamie Cooey and the team from the Territories, and they are ranked 1 and 2.
Very nice.
And of course the Cooey brothers, Jamie and Kevin.
Yeah, I
another
like that
one.
better.
Hard hack.
You could probably go through the port there, wiggle both of them and slide into the rings, but that closest yellow might go onto that buried red, and that's the last thing Dunstone wants. So
Mine came out.
you can hit and roll behind these staggered corners. They got a nice end going if this is made.
Hack. Yep. Low saw. Hard.
Hard, Colt.
Hard. Really got to go.
PJ Neufeld.
Hard.
And running it back, and you're going to touch it. No, drives it straight through. Kathy, you and I had a chance to talk with Mark Kennedy before the game, and asked him about, you know, the adjustments that you have to make, particularly when the ice maybe is a little challenging stones, and he related back to the 18 Olympics. Something similar there happened, and it's an ongoing thing for him and all the top players.
Well, it is a reality. If you're playing at a national championships, the stones will get textured at some point, and there will be changes. And he said he just didn't adapt very well. So one of the things that their team have done is create a number of different releases, and they actually have names for them. He didn't share what they were, but you know, it's a soft release if the ice is really straight, or it's a pop release if the ice is curling a lot. So they went into operational mode when they knew that these stones had been textured. They saw the morning draw, saw the incredible curl, and they all came out to throw XYZ release. And so Brendan at least could know what was coming at him, and they all decided to do it the same release, and then they adjust accordingly. That's the level that this team works at.
He slides it through.
Hey, Mark, too much, sorry. Too much boost.
13.
Really happy with the kick. Probably just gave you too much.
He did say, Russ, that the game is so much feel that when the rocks and the ice, you can't adjust. He just says it just throws you off terribly until you figure it out.
Mark and I had a talk about that a year and a half ago, and about a year ago actually, and it's got to be just feel, in my humble opinion. And you heard him say, I kicked out too hard. Sometimes you get in your own way. You know, I kicked out light, but I had an extension, and I did it. Just smell it, just feel it, just think. His delivery's so good. He's so close to the broom. Just think speed.
So top four. Top button.
Line's good.
Top four. Sometimes it gets overcomplicated.
Yes.
Stay with it, Cole.
And around they go. They take advantage of that miss by Kennedy and draw down a shot rock.
Yep. 14-1 on that. Okay.
Just slid a little farther than they wanted to.
Like that? Yeah.
Brendan can lock a corner freeze on this. It's really hard to generate a 2.
14-1. Got what you got?
Yeah, that's 14-2.
Get that box?
You had so many draws in your career at your position. What were you thinking on the way out on the draw?
Just feeling it.
Yeah.
And you get that practice at your own curling club. You show up, you don't have books of information or carry the one. You just go out there and feel it. You miss one, okay, then what do I got to do to make the next one? And you puzzle it out.
That was a wonderful shot of how much this has to curl just to get by that wall of rocks on the left-hand side.
It's a block party, isn't it?
Like to go a little, Tuffy. Whoa, gotta curl.
And the door is open for a visitor if you can get it through.
Line's good.
Straight.
Curl.
Here they go, trying to carry this through. Closest to the stone. They got it through.
Line's good. Go, Red. Go, 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 go,
How
go, go,
far
go.
can you drag this? And they had to wait so long. Shot rock still belongs to Dunstone.
Yeah, a little less ice maybe, and they could have been on that a bit sooner.
All right, over to New Brunswick, still looking for their first win against Manitoba and Carruthers.
Well, there was a guard out front when James threw his first one. He removed the guard, and Brad Jacobs drew into lie 2. I don't believe he wanted to be that close. He wanted more separation between the two. But for James, he can get a nose hit. Doesn't have to make the double, but he has to stick for the single.
And that works for the, to get them on the board. They're tied at 1. It's been more a difficult week for Grattan.
On that yellow. Only
Usually
other thing I saw was
turns it on
blackness.
by now and figuring out the ice.
I don't love that. No. Good chance you give him something to freeze too. I think it's not crazy, I guess.
It's nose hit to sit 3.
Yeah.
And even let's say I just pick that, what's he do? He's trying to make this perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Straight back, it's quite the call.
I'm okay with this. I'm always going to have this, and I got a tap here too.
I think so. I think this is.
I don't know. What do you see, Pete?
Yeah, I like that.
How's that look?
Thinking.
Close. This won't curl as much as that intern.
Okay.
Thinking
Give me a
probably
broom just
pretty
inside
close
middle
to
then.
what Beaches was there.
Little less.
Like
Straw is just really, really precise for us. Anything light, you might leave a double for Brendan Bottcher.
But this is his game that he says he's on right now.
Okay.
So it's the hit game that he said is maybe a little off.
Yeah, his out-turn hits especially. In-turns seem fine. Out-turn hits 72% only.
This is an interesting line he has to take. I don't think we've seen any draws in this area. Alberta struggled getting to the wing. One came up really light. Mark Kennedy's went through.
My question is where he was tapping. He was looking at T-line 4. But doesn't, I guess it's what you leave now. Bottcher could play down to it if you come into the wrong spot, right?
Yeah, for sure. The Bottcher can't really come down to the one that's buried now.
Okay, so he's currently tied with Caitlin Schneider, #1 on draws this week. As we say, really feeling it, he says. And get off that guard. Nope. And now he'll plug that hole.
Weight was good.
We guard the
That weight was pretty good, eh?
Just guard the red.
Yeah.
Probably, eh? Yeah, I think so. Think so.
Just right here.
Pick our spot just outside edge, okay?
Yeah.
It's a missed shot, but it
Halfway.
could fool some teams. If Brendan Bottcher doesn't guard this, he could probably make that for 4.
Halfway. 1/3. Yeah. If we're nice and high, we're going to take away the out-turn bump for 2, which might be as easy a shot.
Okay.
Speed's good, eh?
Northern Ontario and BC blanked the second. Brendan Bottcher at his last here in the second.
Weight's close.
Whoa.
Talk to us. Weight's good.
Way wide.
Little bit of room.
Line's horrendous.
Halfway. Gotta get to here.
Got to cross center, buddy.
Gotta get to here.
Come on.
Almost to it.
They were trying to take
Line
that run back away, Russ.
Yeah, exactly. But they're trying to make a curl, and then they realize it's a little heavy. And if that curls a hair more, it maybe makes that run back even easier.
Really good.
Or the tap. Yeah. I kind of like this intern.
What's that?
I kind of like this intern.
His intern.
Yeah, like back, it's like back line.
Yeah. Just to here?
Back 12, yeah.
Back 12?
Yep.
Does the job.
How's that look?
Boy, if that curled a little more.
Should be close. Definitely think no less.
Okay, I'm into a broom more.
They're going to try to navigate this port and just chisel off the top, the yellow that's in the top 8 foot there.
Just like
spill
back
onto the
12?
4 foot.
Yeah, speed
Give you like 5 feet more than what I just threw? Yeah.
Their option Brendan had mentioned was coming and following his last draw and just bumping that up, but they need to curl past the guard, and they didn't have the broom in the right spot for his first.
No kidding.
They've seen this line a bit better.
Like
Mission
hack.
hack. Well then.
Final stone.
Hack weight. Whoa.
So he was asking for back 12 weight. They're saying it's a little up. Hack weight.
Curl. Really got to curl.
Got to get through first and watch where you go now. You're going to tap it and run through. So he just overthrew it. You can almost see it coming off his fingers. He just gave it a little pop. And it results in just a single. We're tied at 1. It's a good one. 2 top teams, and the result here could go a long way to deciding which one maybe gets through to the playoffs or not here at the Brandt Center on this Tuesday night. Alberta's Brendan Bottcher, of the Glencoe Club in Calgary, Matt Dunstone, Fort Rouge in Winnipeg, and we are tied at 1 as we go to the third. Bottcher with Last Rock playing the Yellow Stones, and That was the first missed in-turn draw for Dunstone.
That was a tough shot. He overthrew it, but that was, you'd probably try that 15 times before you made it.
That's so interesting, that stat pick, because I listened to an interview that Matt did before the Brier, and he was asked, how you feeling going to the Brier? He says, you know what, I'm not going to lie to you, my intern draw has been giving me a hard time this year.
Yeah, I did. I heard that too, actually.
So maybe he's got us right where he wants us.
Yeah.
Telling us his hits aren't good.
Draw, boys. Second.
Probably just freeze it.
Make that.
Sign of a confident player to me. He's comfortable talking about his weaknesses.
Oh, true. Yeah, if he was really worried about it, he'd keep that a secret. Didn't get second shot going open side.
Hot. Just clean. 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 Whoa. Whoa.
Wait,
clean. Clean. Clean up. Whoa. Yep.
Hard.
Whoa. Clean. Clean. Clean up. Yep.
Yeah, good shot.
Okay, wait.
Same out turn.
Yeah.
Do you want to play it to
Well,
fall it in?
again, Kathy tells us that there was an ice problem, so that's why they're a little behind here. Final stone to come from the Yukon's Thomas Scoffin.
And he's trying to run his own stone. It is currently third shot. Howard lies 2 in the 4-foot.
Straight.
Not sure how he can get shot off of this, but he is trying to at least eliminate one.
I think that's all he's got is just get the one.
There's really not a lot of options for him.
Okay. 1 yellow.
And one, it is a steal of one. We've we saw his sister, of course, Bailey, at the Scotties, and mentioned that she was off to the Alberta College Championship. I think it was, she was representing Southern Alberta Institute of Technology. She won.
She did. She won the gold medal.
She won the gold medal, and so now they're off to the Canadian College Championships, March the 12th, starting in Fredericton. So we wish her and all the teams competing there, as well as the U Sport teams at the national championships.
Well, nothing like a Scotties to help you train for another event.
Are we playing?
Onto that wide one.
What turn are you seeing?
I like that.
Whatever you like.
Some teams had come around. Maybe it's too early to do that, but
Just dead straight.
Brendan's going to keep pounding away, trying to get a blank here. I liked his open side call. He just didn't get sit 2.
Whoa.
Trying to raise this center one onto the corner Dunstone
curl,
rock.
then you got it. Curl.
Brett Blant. And he'll drive it by.
Okay.
Open up the stone. Center line, top 12.
Okay.
Which
I feel like
do you?
splitting the house better than that.
Okay. Why, Joe? Why not? Why go wide and spread them out rather than tap something back?
Just who they're playing. Group your stones, or the double's almost guaranteed. So spread them out, and if they can keep 2 of them in there, you get their force.
T. You want it, Line, even back 4 is good here.
Mine's good.
Think you want to be back 4 on this one. This is your depth. This is your depth here. Okay. Very good. Very
Really
nice
good
speed.
brush by
Fortune
Harnden and Lott to get it there.
You want to leave it triple.
Right? It's real thick, like extremely thick. I think that's the easiest one. Yeah, so do I. I roll out. Okay. Okay.
Almost a triple there.
You do this too. Normal.
Normal, okay. Don't want to hate rolling it dead buried, guys.
Okay, finger mark.
They briefly
Make it a
talked
little
about
more for normal.
really thin double. The center line one and the left-hand side one.
Tough.
I like this call more. Hit and roll, stick around in the house.
Yeah, make a run back.
Clean.
No, wait
Clean.
till it close.
Mark Kennedy.
Clean. whoa. Curl. Curl.
Hebert jumps on it.
Nose isn't bad.
And
Okay.
nose is what you'll get.
Control. Roll the rock out.
So put it back where it was. PJ Neufeld, ninth
Whoa. Whoa. Good
Brier
weight.
appearance.
Just clean. Clean. Good weight. Yep. Whoa.
Gold
Clean.
medal winner,
Clean.
Canadian champion,
Whoa.
with Kevin Cooey in 19.
Yep.
Hard. Hard roll.
And rolls it back.
Hey, you got a chance at all of them
Well,
now.
the blank in 2. 1-0 Northern Ontario leads. Catlin Schneider's last coming up out of Victoria.
Well, and Trevor Bonneau made a wonderful double in that end that led to the blank, and he was chasing again this end. He was facing 2. He couldn't see much of either, and so he threw an up-weight shot, just picked out one of the BC stones. No chance to stick around, so this is a draw for 2. Full 12 needed.
Weight's good. Top 8.
Same time.
And it's a BC team that had lost their first 2 and have stormed back now with 3 straight wins, up now 2-1.
And you hear the horns in the crowd, very much like a Saskatchewan team. They have absolutely embraced this BC team because of Catlin.
Well, Catlin, who makes his home just northeast of Regina in Edenwold.
Oh, good goal.
The triple was actually there for Mark. Just hit it a little thick, the head pin there.
T-line or rock behind the tee.
This will be full go away.
Yeah, I think it's 14-2, 14-3.
Okay.
14-3 to tee.
It's hard to
I'll just get it running off the line. Good
put
for
that
ya.
third rock somewhere that there isn't something, right?
45?
Yeah, 40-45.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought nosing left the triple, but
Yeah.
they rolled out slightly and still
Left the
almost
triple, yeah.
Line's good.
That's fine, guys. Little bit of room.
One rock above the tee is the best.
Side.
One rock above the tee is best. Line's good, guys. Yep, you gotta go. To my broom. To my broom.
Come on, guys.
To my broom.
Sweet. 14-7.
Lott never lifted his head. The Alberta teams have been struggling
Like that? Yep.
last couple of days. Yesterday in particular was just a terrible day. And look what happened. So you go back, draw 7, Sluchinski loses, and Cooey loses, and Bottcher loses. And then Sluchinski again. He had a 2-loss day, and then Cooey, and then earlier today again, Sluchinski. So he's dropped 3 in a row, the Alberta champion. So last Alberta win here at this Brier was Sunday night. Bottcher beating Scott Howard in Ontario.
Amazing. Brendan realizing there's very little chance at a hit and stay, and then hoping for Dunstone to roll out, so they have no choice but to try to lock this on and
We're light. Go
put a
ahead.
blank.
Go ahead, hard. Hard line.
Well, they don't know if they can get it there first of all, or even
Keep
the overcurl here.
Okay, good sweep.
They did a great job to get it there, but
Okay. Good scrub.
He's already thrown that hit.
Straight here, maybe?
Team Bottcher not sharp at
Really force
draw
him to
weight
drop.
here.
Yeah.
I think you want to force him to drop.
Lant was light. Mark Kennedy was heavy last end.
3 in a row that have really warped in there.
I was about to say the same thing, Brendan. That was a 15-1 and well light.
We chipped that guard in the first
I wonder
end,
about that
rolling
rock.
clean the whole way.
You're right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's same 45.
Crothers with a single in 3 to take a 2-1 lead.
I actually wrote it down when Bottcher threw his first one of the game. It racked, and they weren't even worried about it. The second one, he came up a little light, but it really curled. And then that one there. So I have to keep an eye on it. That's 3 times.
Yeah, I think I heard him say he's just going to get rid of it.
Okay.
Yeah, because Dunstone threw a 14-6, dusted its tee line, and a 15-1 shouldn't have been that much later.
And he referred back to the crashing on the guard, right?
Yes.
We're going to be short of the house, Pete.
First end,
That was in the first end.
And you could tell by the sweeping call they weren't concerned. It's not like he was way narrow or way light.
Okay. Well, can you get? Yeah, go.
Now the concern is, Vic, if that's a slow rock,
Never had a chance.
do you make an adjustment here? This is going to be a pretty quick path. It'd be pretty tempting to throw another 5-6 feet, which might be too much.
Throw out a button speed.
It's just 14 seconds is what we were clocking.
Yeah.
Okay. We're on the tee line, Botch.
You're getting higher than that, Joe. 14 will be deep, won't it?
Yeah, 14 will for sure be there on its own.
Close.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need a little more than that last one, Botch.
We've thrown a few on this side, so expect it to run okay.
And his draw problems reflected in a 60% game so far as we play here in the third. Brendan Bottcher. And they've backed right away.
Line's good.
Reach great.
Yeah, I don't like this thing.
No, I know.
That's a good adjustment
Good throw.
to the back four for a single.
Yeah.
Oh, they got it. Snuck it by two. Oh, and how nice is that? Very pretty. Is there a three here to be had for Team Canada? Walker with it all the way. Have you got your three? Yes, you do. Needs to put some pressure back on Brad Guju. Can you kick this over? Can you get over? There you come. There you go. There you go. How's that?
Keep going,
Again, feathered it and then picked it. Oh, goodness. The win is in the rings for Manitoba. It's got to come down for them. Got to come down for them to sit down to become Canadian champions again. And 5 for Guju. Yeah, runner-up a year ago. And you have to remember now, Matt Dunstone actually played for Saskatchewan and now is playing for Alberta, played for Manitoba. I mean, he's been around and around a championship for most of his career except for 22. Now you're 3-1. Difference is this format because of the fact placings are decided by head-to-head. So this is a big game for both these teams.
Is it ever? So Bottcher ditched his first stone. Assume Benny got it.
You ever just hacking it, rolling in a bit?
You know, it was 18 when he threw the fourth stone for Steve Laycock. I don't like moving so he's been a hired gun at times.
Yeah.
Matt Dunstone.
The straight draw is good.
What'd you have for this?
At 14-1 on bends.
Yeah. 14. Top 8?
Yeah, top 8.
Colton Law.
Tee line.
Good. Line. Middle. Line. Tight for line. Gotta go line.
Small bump.
Hard line.
Bumping.
Hard line. You're never off this.
Weight's good.
Never off this.
Weight's good.
Whoa.
Weight's really good. Just straight draw. Straight draw.
I really don't like my rock.
Hey,
Okay, it's not bad. I thought I threw that good. Yeah, you did.
see another one. Colton Lott now saying he doesn't like that particular stone.
Yeah, and you heard the sweepers, like at least halfway down, they're yelling bumping, and that just stopped in the 8-foot with them sweeping a lot of the way. So I would think at least it's a bit slow. Looks like it might be cutting too.
You think about it, they've been sanded 5 times in the last 2 weeks. It can't all be identical.
Yeah, these are the stones that were used at the Scotties as we drop in now on Ontario and Yukon, and Thomas Scoffin again facing all kinds of pressure
Well, he faced 2 on his first, 2 that were buried. He tried to play the corner freeze, and it just bounced off a little bit into the open. Scott Howard able to remove it and roll underneath. So the good news is that he's just thrown this shot. The bad news is now against 3.
The 29-year-old out of the White Horse Curling Club last year went 2-6 in London. Comes in with a record of 1-3.
You got it, you got it. Good shot. Good scrub, Grace.
Very nice.
And that's for the single. To get on the board, Ontario and Scott Howard from Penetanguishene has the lead there.
Board. Clean.
Weight's
Board.
good.
Clean. Yep.
Just hack.
Yep. Yeah.
As we watch Colton Lott dropping in now on Manitoba against New Brunswick, and James Gratton.
Well, he faces 3. Sorry, Vic. He faces 3 after Brad drew in for another one. There is a port, and he can get shot by going through and sticking.
Still looking for win number 1 is James Gratton in a 16th appearance.
Clean. Shot.
And that's good for a single.
One red.
When I see this, and I wonder this all the time,
It's on the thinner side,
Russ,
like, you know,
about teams that find themselves now struggling with the stones and mismatched. And I'm wondering, you have that practice prior to the game. Are you concentrating so much on just draw to the button without really looking at your stone?
Yeah, I think that is part of the problem. You don't get to read the whole sheet anymore either. So then that's when you see like people missing to the corners because they're not sure how much pebble there is. And it's not an ideal situation to match rocks.
2-1 BC leads as we go over and check in on Northern Ontario's Trevor Bonneau.
In a very similar situation, Trevor faced on his first. He tried to run a guard back, just cleared it, and so Catlin replaced it. Now playing the draw, needs 4 foot.
From the Fort William Curling Club in Thunder Bay, Jordan Potts, Curtis Bird on the brush. Mike McCarville is out to join them.
Let's go, boys.
Oh, and they got this is a huge drag. Look at this now. If you can carry this, fellas. If you can carry this, fellas. Wow. Goodness gracious, fellas. Putting it on their back and carrying it for the single.
Didn't see that getting there.
No, that was incredible sweeping. Wow.
And somebody was cheerleading as they were sweeping as well.
Heavy hot. Girl. Real hard.
Hard,
Real
boys.
hard.
They were on this end to end.
Let's go.
Hard push.
Let's go, boys.
Every inch.
Every inch. Go, go, go. You got it. Go, 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 go. Every inch. Go, 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 boys. Every inch, every inch, every inch. Good sweep.
Such an effort.
Good sweep, boys. Rush.
To tie it up at 2.
Sure, it ran absolutely nothing like yours, though.
No, I think
It's a hard shot out here. I like the run. Even if you miss the run, I think
I like this.
Sure.
You okay with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
What weight are you seeing, Peel?
Yep.
Dead nose, Mark.
yeah. I like this call, guys.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
do
good
too.
up.
It's the only way to get at that red one.
That looks like it's ice.
Dead straight.
And watch that yellow-red combos lined up on the back. Yellow that's just out of the rings. Now, if they hit it dead on, it'll drag a bit to our left. Probably enough to tick it or miss it.
Dead straight,
Whoa.
says Bottcher.
Curl.
Mark Kennedy. Galant's got him.
Curl. Whoa.
Here we go. Bang, bang. Look out. Oh, and they'll get away with that stuff at the back.
Good shot, Mark.
They touched it on the way by. Then they'll leave their center guard up in front.
Pretty good.
The momentum of the
Great shot.
stone coming north-south on our picture here dragged that a little to our left. Good shot. A little unlucky the way they spilled over.
Sure. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bottcher knows his angles. There's no question about it.
Clean. Whoa.
PJ Neufeld.
Curl. 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 Talk to me on the roll here.
Oh, it didn't get it. Pushes it underneath, and so Alberta undercover.
Be a little careful of that.
Without last rock.
Couldn't end up in a worse spot. Just overthrew that a little bit.
I like board. His nose has the triple. So yeah, let's roll. Board.
Brendan's made a ton of these. Vic, you had a stat yesterday. It was what, 83% on his hit and rolls, something.
They haven't been
some
crazy.
ridiculous number.
It looked like it was going to curl and it didn't.
It didn't.
So
it's close.
It was really close. Yeah.
Huge shot here. If you could ever get this underneath.
Board?
Yeah.
Dunstone with only 2 rocks left.
Yeah.
Yeah, suddenly the steel's in play.
We can't know that there's a triple, so.
Board?
Board?
Yeah. Yep.
Get it on the line, Bottcher, and we'll manage it for you.
There you go.
7.5, boys.
What a front end they are, those two, Hebert and Gallant. We'll manage it for you.
Whoa.
Just board.
Curl. Curl. Got to curl a mile. Got to curl a mile.
Yeah, Hebert.
Keep going, Benny. You got it.
Can you get it across the nose just a little bit? No, they didn't want to hit it on the nose.
I know.
And they have. Is the triple there?
Yes, it is.
Good, good scrub.
Great weight, Botch.
Right. 7/8.
3/4.
3/4 makes it, yeah. I think just off middle stone here, B.
Yeah. This will run
one, yeah.
straight.
All the way down, Joe, they were trying to help it over. Obviously to get across the nose, maybe underneath. Could you have stopped brushing it and maybe not hit it on the nose and not come up to the nose?
Yeah, the problem is it would have jammed on the rock that was top of the button. So if that rock's not there, absolutely roll it the other way, call the audible. But the jam would have been a disaster. So we had no choice here if you were Alberta.
You get with the speed Matt could throw, you might make this the other way, hit it thick and roll over and tick that side one. I'm not sure if they're going across the top like I drew it or not.
Yep.
Whoa.
Is the triple there?
Whoa. Yep.
Harnden with it. Is the triple there? Bang, bang. Oh, and then rolls it over on the corner. Gets away with the stuff at the back. Shot rock does belong to Manitoba for the moment.
Yeah, it's a tougher way to do it. He had to throw a missile because that was coming very hard.
Good throw, Matt. Very nice.
That's fine then. This is good. 11-5 is good here.
If we
11-5, try to roll here.
Okay.
Board.
Sure.
Little check over his shoulder as well, his left shoulder, because that red stone, albeit it looks like
Yeah, it was 11-7.
a crash there wouldn't, unless it would ricochet back.
I'm seeing a little more curl
There
out.
again, another look.
Me too, especially with board. Nail that weight.
I like that from Ben. Got a good delivery. You're going to be very close. Just get the speed right here.
Whoa,
Easy.
clean. Whoa.
Just like you.
11.
Like you.
Trying to roll it underneath. There's center guard.
Curl.
Get ready, Brad.
Ebert
Curl.
again, trying to get this over and across the nose. Here we go. Here we go.
Yep.
And now nice.
Good spot.
That's 3/4 under.
Very good.
Made the tougher the 2 hit and rolls. That was a beauty.
So precise with these finesse weights, what they can do with the brush here.
My first run, but it curled twice as much as my first run did.
Curl. Curl. Roll.
Go.
No.
Yep.
Good.
One much.
Shot.
Great spot.
More than what I gave you last time.
Even cheated it a little to the right, so pieces showing, so even more of the buttons covered.
Yeah, true.
Needs a piece of the 4. And facing a couple here with his last.
Line's really good.
It's going to be close, I think.
Line's good.
I know. It's still there.
Big shot.
It's got to come down. It's coming down.
Line's getting a No, line's fine. Line's fine.
It's about
Line's
the way
fine,
38% on his draws
Good boy, Matty.
tonight, and that's why he's 95% for the event.
Shot, Matty. Good boy.
We're tied at 2.
Nice. You gotta watch it come down.
Watching the stone of the Dunstone lead, Ryan Harnden. Center went up, around went Alberta, and now down to the corner in a 2-2 tie in Alberta with Last Rock as we welcome you back on this Tuesday night. Alberta and Bottcher with the hammer playing the Yellowstones.
Line's good. Line's okay.
Ben Hebert.
Line's good. Got room.
Got room.
Line's good on this one. Too much room. A little bit of room. Too much room.
Weight's good.
Okay, it's got a curl.
Little heavy, maybe.
Okay, it's.
Weight's good.
Line's good. Line's good. Line's good. Get it in there, Mark. Come on. Hard, 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 hard.
Mark kind of scratched it there to get a little curl, and I think it took the enthusiasm out of it. Or
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah.
It was heavy, heavy, heavy.
Yeah.
One look of the broom and it halted.
Get a high guard on that too.
All I can think of is that's Brendan Sloan.
It could be it too.
I love that.
Yeah, they were panicking it was going to bounce off. And
One just sink. You can sink one.
Rapper, you can hit and roll big.
That. Okay. Board. Yeah.
you get the feeling with these two wonderful teams that they respect each other so much. At times you want to push and put pressure, but you can't because they might do this. Like this is a bit of a defensive call.
Board, heavy board.
Easy.
Colton Lott.
Clean.
Heavy board.
Why is that?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Clean.
Why is it
Sorry.
defensive?
Oh, sorry. Well, they've kind of got a good situation with that perfect freeze. They could guard it knowing Bottcher will have to open it up.
Yeah, I heard someone say anything but the guard. To your point, Russ, like points are hard to come by when you're playing against a great team. So the first team to get a 2 this game
feels like
really,
10.
Yeah, really take control. That's why you're just afraid to really push. Got to pick your moments in games like this.
Clean. Yep. Hard. Hard, 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 hard. Hard! You got a chance.
Really, really tough shot.
That felt a little light.
Okay.
Hey, just, yeah.
That's a little more, right?
Just pass half.
Okay, you can go. Hard line.
Mine's fine.
Hard line. Talk to me.
Newfeld left.
Halfway's
Ryan
good on this
Harnden
line.
right.
Halfway. Little tighter half.
Clean.
Little tighter than
Let it
half.
sit. Let it sit. Let it sit. Easy. Easy. Easy.
We've heard both skips say that tonight. Talk to me. It's as if they get so into their brushing that they don't yell down to the skipper.
Yeah, and sometimes the tandem is working together, and if you don't know exactly how a spot is going to run,
I'm okay with this.
they're just live judging it. So it's important though to lob a weight call down to the skip so that they can get the line right.
All right, back to New Brunswick and Manitoba in a 2-2 tie.
Yeah.
Well, Brad Jacobs was facing 3 on his first. He hit and rolled under. It is that yellow stone in the 8-foot, and on his final stone, James Grattan was playing around. It is shot stone. And so for Jacobs, he's trying to get around the guards and just chip it over a couple of inches for 2.
Line's good. Whoa.
Line's good.
Line's good.
Clean.
Whoa.
Jacobs.
Line's good.
Clean.
All for weight. Yep. Whoa.
Coming over, of course, from Northern Ontario, Canadian world champion, Olympic gold medal winner, just touched this over.
Hard.
Well, you got to get it over. There's Samagalski. Negevin, help it over. Just got to touch it a little bit.
We missed it. Whoa.
You missed it. Now where this is going to go, and now it'll settle for a single only.
Awfully nice try.
Good throw, Cups.
That's perfect weight.
Just freeze this for now.
Okay.
Tough to kill it.
49 on that.
Top 8.
49? Yeah. Good speed here.
Earlier today, in their game this morning,
Line's good.
Dunstone winning 7-6
Line's good. Top 8.
over James Grattan. And, you know, Dunstone showing a little emotion, pounding his brush a little bit. We asked
Line's really good.
BJ about that, and he says, "Look, I don't mind my skip to be fiery. We'll sometimes try to settle him down, obviously, but we want that kind of emotion out of the skipper."
Shot.
Left myself enough for the yellow.
Another one there goes right into the side red if he ever hits it.
I like that. He's probably coming around, but then he can't. He's off. You're right. Freeze it.
If you ever freeze it, my rock probably goes over there if he ever hits it. Is that bad, Brett?
Yeah, I love it. Love it.
Okay,
Love
I'll
that.
buy into that.
Mark.
Well thought out, an angle freeze here by Mark Kennedy, and he feels any weight on this
Hold on, 12.
yellow will kick off the rock that's there now and go right over to where Bottcher's standing.
14-7 to like top 4 kind of thing. So,
Okay, I like
you're
that.
thinking?
boys.
Yeah, if I give you like 14-8, we're close.
Yep,
Top 12, boys.
Goes back to, though, what we've said earlier in the event. The players today are all so knowledgeable. Bottcher himself may have seen it eventually, but as he said, I'll buy that. I like your idea, so that's why they're playing it.
Yeah, there's so many options sometimes. You need 4 sets of eyes.
Line's good.
All right, let's drop in on Ontario and Yukon, Kathy.
Well, for the small piece of real estate, that is what Scott is chasing. It has been some wonderful shots by Yukon this end. They lie 1. It does not look like it is 2. The only way to score is to get to the button and a whole chunk of it.
Really gotta go. Really gotta go. Try and move this a millimeter.
Cam to March. Oh, they're going to come up light. And now you have a look. 1.
Might have been enough.
I think that little tap may have been enough
I think it's yellow now.
to just be 1.
Okay, I think they may have a measure.
You have to look
BJ
twice.
Neufeld. Yellow. So they.
Line's good. Back button.
Deal of just the single.
Yep.
Line.
Gonna go to the break. Oh, sorry, they're in the 4th. So,
Back button.
as we mentioned, ice issues have them a little bit behind.
Colton's rock. Hard Colt.
Trying to go around everything
Hard
here.
Colt.
We're back button. Back.
Hard Colt.
Don't want to go too far.
And back button and back 4. So Shot Rock still belongs. Yellowstone. Top 4 belongs to Alberta. And they do have last rock as we play here in 5.
On the corner, if they happen to hit it now, for instance, if this came back, draw a straight line between there. So that yellow one would go right over to that red. Just great awareness and a brilliant shot.
Turn the button hole, guys. Yep.
Line's
good.
good.
Back 4.
Maybe a
Line's
hair
good.
heavy. Little bump.
Oh, line's good.
Back 8. Back 4.
Curl if
Kennedy.
it's that heavy.
Back 4.
Hard curl.
Back 8.
Curl
Back
Ben.
8.
Curl Ben. Curl.
Ebert.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep
Oh,
going.
he's
Stay
going
on
to
the
be able
shooter.
to
Stay on
touch
him.
anything. Oh, he just does, and then rolls away. I'm just thinking that stone in the 12-foot that belongs to Manitoba may be an out for them, with maybe an in off if they eventually need it.
That's very possible.
Yeah, changing of the garden. Canadian, yeah, somewhat, I guess. These were bound to have more battles. You go back to 20, and it was Bottcher, and 21 Bottcher. But last year, in the semifinal, Dunstone beats Bottcher and puts himself into the gold medal game.
guy's 97 for the week, and just anything light there was good.
To be honest, if he left it in a spot where we could blast out the back two, then we'd always have the in-off for two guaranteed at the end, if not a tap for two.
Oh, they're even looking at that in-off now.
Line's good.
T. Line's good.
Room.
Line's good.
Got some room, guys.
T. Line's good.
Still got a little bit of room.
Line's good. Just T.
Okay, go then. Go then. Line's great. Line's great. Line's great, guys. Go hard.
Come on. Hard.
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 Keep going. Come right to it.
Good shot.
Oh, very nice.
Pretty good. It's sweet.
Pretty nice spot.
Yeah.
So sitting shot rock without the hammer. Back button.
Yep. Yep.
Even just
same weight as Mark's.
Just max. We got to get to nose, right?
Back 8.
If you could get it into there for shot
I
rock,
think back eight's too much.
you kind of have two options. You've got that for 2 or 3, and you've got that for a couple.
Okay.
No,
Just freeze that
Dunstone won't be able to take both of them away.
Nose and we're shot. He picks it out. I'm tapping for 2.
Okay, well, you're just back 4-ish, right?
Yeah.
Can you sit 2 here, or do you need to?
I don't think you can.
No.
You know, I look at that. Sorry, Joe, but you look at that one, the in-off. You don't play that, you may never get a chance to play it. Is not now a chance to get in there, or is the draw the play?
And then if we can bump it.
I think the draw is easier than the in-off. You've got 2 sweepers that you can use. They've seen the path.
Yes.
And once we got good line, we'll sweep it a little for a bounce.
I got a 14-9 on that.
Yeah.
Just nice and quick.
Yeah.
Everyone in
Yeah,
the
I think
building
it's
gets
full
to
up.
watch
Yeah.
along with you at home.
A little faster than my draw 2 ends ago.
Yeah, you bet, Botch.
Yes.
Run the button, boys.
It's a good conversation. He's just thinking draw, and the sweepers are going to add that extra weight if the line is good.
Like it.
The only thing he doesn't want to be is heavy and wide.
Whoa.
Wait's there.
Hey, easy.
Back 4, T.
Whoa. Wait for it.
Back 4.
Close.
Close.
Clean.
A little heavy.
Clean.
Back
Good.
button. Clean. Yep.
Back 4. T.
Kalan.
Just T.
Clean.
Come on.
Back
And
button.
Hebert.
T. Clean. Yep.
Come on.
Hard.
Can you
Curl
sneak
it if
this
you can.
down?
Curl.
Can
Go,
you
Brad,
get
go,
it
Brad,
there?
go.
A little bit
Curl.
more.
Go,
They
go,
said
go,
they
go.
knew it.
Go, go, go.
Oh, and they do.
Bosch.
Wow.
Oh, boy, that's... If Brendan Bottcher could start doing that, look out.
Very good.
Oh, boy.
Oh, so well managed, Joanne.
Yeah, it's perfect weight out of his hand, and
Back
these
4.
guys, they knew exactly where it was going.
Just T.
Clean.
Ben revising the weight call.
Come on.
Hard.
Brett
Curl
swinging
if you
around
can.
at the
Go,
end.
Brad, go, Brad, go.
Maximum curl, it's a perfect spot.
Go, go, go.
And gets it out of there just in time.
Pop out. Like the weight might be.
Tap all those. What's that, sorry? Oh, it's good. Yeah. Yeah, halfway.
So halfway, just going to try to close it off. I mean, the in-off there, could you play the in-off and kick that yellow through?
Yes, they could. They actually could. I don't think it's as useful to Bottcher now, as the angles aren't good.
So this now all about holding them to a single, Joe?
Yep.
Okay.
Just guard the top.
Halfway.
Line's good.
Right half. A little bit early for line.
Dunstone and his last.
2/3. Whoa. 2/3.
Get over,
Hey,
Curl.
whoa. 2/3. Gotta
Get over,
stop.
Curl.
High as you can.
Yeah, high as you can on this line, guys. Hey, good shot.
Hey, Matt.
I don't think he has anything anyways.
Good. Good shot. What is it like? Easy weight?
No.
Oh. I think we want to hit this rock with about hack.
You know what? You do need a little more. You're right.
More than that.
You're right. You're not hitting a hole. It's going to lose a lot of jam.
You only got to move it 3 inches. Good hack.
Yeah.
I would say the weight's okay. Good hack.
Well, it's
And
the
you
old
got to try to nut the
red,
2, right?
yellow,
Gretzky.
yellow, red, red, yellow, yellow, red,
What weight are you giving me here?
red, yellow.
You think hack gets
To there.
Heavy hack.
12 hack. We had some curl here in the first.
I think good hack is too much. I think it's just hack.
The question is, how hard do you have to throw this to move that yellow up 3 inches?
No kidding.
Good hat.
6 rocks.
12? Yeah. 12.
Right where you threw those ones in one here, Botch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who knows?
The top yellow red. The red's so angled, it's going to lose a lot of power.
Right now he has one in his pocket.
Ward, wait.
Close. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Clean.
Brendan Bottcher.
Clean. Yep.
Here we go.
Ward. Yep.
Hebert.
Hard.
Now,
Yep.
Gallant.
Yep.
Here we go.
Yep.
Hebert
Yep.
again.
Hard.
Have you got
Watch
enough
it.
jam?
Not enough weight.
No, not enough. And it will be just that one. There it is. We'll go to the break. 3-2 Bottcher.
The 2024 Montana's Brier is proudly presented by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. By Home Hardware, here's how. By Scotties Facial Tissue, unleash the Scotties. And by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
At the 5th end break, Matt Dunstone and his team from the Fort Rouge in Winnipeg find themselves down by 1 as we check the numbers after 5.
Yeah, and for Team Dunstone, 4th end, Matt was at 31% on his draws. Needed 1 in 4 against 2, made it perfect. And 5th end, lots of rocks in play. Brendan Bottcher's first freeze, absolutely perfect. Both skips for Matt Dunstone coming into the game was looking for draws.
And all 4 players are, except all the players on the ice are below their weekly average, except for Ryan Harnden, who is 100%. Numbers after 5 are brought to you by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada. We are in the Saskatchewan capital. That is the Saskatchewan Legislature at Wascana Park. A look inside our production mobile, and these are all the monitors, keeping an eye on all the games. And Kathy is too.
Well, for Trevor Bonneau, we saw that great team effort of all the brushing because every point counts out here. And even though they're trailing, the pressure has been applied by the BC team. For James Grattan, maybe his numbers aren't that good, but the timing of his shots have kept this game so close to a very steady Manitoba team. The numbers for our feature sheet, not what we expected, but they're climbing. And Thomas Scoffin has faced a ton of stones, but he makes the right shot with precise draw weight, and that's why that game is tied up.
All the games are close. Only one game has a 2 on the board, a conversion. Last rock conversion, and that is BC. Caitlin Schneider scored a 2 in the 3rd. Everything else has been just single points on this Tuesday night. Welcome back, everyone, as we continue on with our coverage of the Montana's Brier from Regina. And our feature goes to the 6th now, and it is Alberta with a 3-2 lead over Manitoba Dunstone. And Dunstone does have last rock playing the Redstone.
Line's good. Play to speed.
It's got a curl.
Weight's good.
It's got a curl. Go. Come on, Brett. Come on.
Line's good.
Hard, guys.
Get there.
Every inch. Every inch. Good job, boys.
Okay, you're good there. You're good. You're good. You're good.
Good shot.
15-2.
In a 2-2 tie, and it appears that Ontario may have a chance for a deuce.
Well, and it is because of the first shot by Scott Howard. Could see about half of a buried Yukon stone, picked it out and stuck around. That created the opportunity for 2. And with a rollout by Scoffin, this is a draw for 2. Needs about 3/4 of a stone in the 12-foot.
Draw weight a bit of a problem, Kathy, for Scott Howard, 46% on his draws.
But the margin, the last update, he had to draw to the pin. So yes, the numbers are right, but they've been very tough.
Okay, and there for the second time on this Tuesday night, we have a conversion. And 2 on the board for Howard as they go now to the break. Reminder, Kathy told us earlier there was an ice issue, so that's why they're behind.
Hey, guys.
Line's
Like
good.
It's flirting. Weight's close.
Line's
Whoa,
good.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Line's good.
Over and off.
You clean it, Ben.
Whoa.
You
Whoa,
clean
whoa, 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 whoa.
Clean it.
Die. Okay.
Shot, Brad.
Good shot,
Attaboy.
Brett. Very good.
What did that time, Botch?
Very nice.
18.
You know, I guess this is similar to what we saw earlier, right?
not at
From
all.
Manitoba. They'll play up. They put up that corner
Pitch to the hop.
rush, and around they go. The problem is,
That or I'm seeing a straight peel.
this is what's the result, right? Now you've got it hidden, but you're chasing. All right, let's go over Carruthers and Grattan, and it looks like Manitoba's sitting one on the lid. In fact, sitting two.
Well, and it's very difficult shot. It is two that James faces. When I did the summary of the first 5, I said that James made the right shots at the right time. This is tough because he has to push the stone back or grab all of the pin.
James Grattan, as mentioned, in a 16th Brier appearance, has a couple of bronze medals when he played with you, of course, in New Brunswick. Out of the Gage Golf and Curling in Oromocto.
Andy, go then. You got to.
Pretty slow handle. They should be able to hook that over for Andy.
It's good if you got the weight. Shot, James.
And there you go. Very nice to pick up the single.
Not a lot of people could make it move quite like that.
One red.
Good shot.
That's all those years on straight ice.
Hair high. Yeah.
Colton Locke in a 3rd Brier appearance. For him, played his junior days with Dunstone when they won a couple of Canadian championships. Well, this is a terrific story. BC, having lost their first 2, have stormed back with 3 straight wins, Kathy.
Well, facing 2 on his first, Catlin elected to try to play the freeze to generate 2. It was just off nose, and Trevor Bonneau able to hit it on the nose to lie 2. So this is now the force, and Catlin is electing to play the hit.
Hard. Gotta go, Jay. Yeah. Hard.
Right off.
Clean.
Here, quiet.
Clean.
Pretty good.
Team from Victoria. And that will work for a single to tie it. Schneider trying to win a 4th in a row for the first time since 2014. And it was John Morris, Jim Cotter, and they made it all the way to the final, losing to Kevin Cooey.
The final in the Olympic trials that year, too.
Clean. Clean.
Close.
Control.
Whoa. Whoa.
Clean.
Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa. Clean. Whoa. Curl. Curl. Curl.
Curl.
You gotta go.
And not able to get it over underneath.
Forward. You like this?
Yeah, or easy.
Okay, I'm fine with easy.
I like him. We can
It's,
manage.
Yeah.
Like board or easy.
Board's good. Board's good.
We talked earlier. I said to that corner and all those yellows, and where have all the yellows gone? And the corner's gone too, right? It's just a few stones and it'll change dramatically.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting. Bottcher had one buried and Dunstone had one buried, but Bottcher had 2 guards. So when guard came off, Bottcher took the other guard off, and when the other guard came off, the Dunstone rock was wide open.
Whoa. Clean. Whoa.
It's if you can't second and third, if you can't hit really well, you're hurting your team.
Yeah, especially 5 rock rule. You just have to connect on those run backs.
Maybe just rolls a little too far. Shows a little bit now on that out-turn side.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, hair high.
Not easy. Yeah.
Tricky to raise this and stay buried. You'd have to hit it a millimeter high and hope they both roll a little to the left.
Yep.
PJ Newfeld. Colton Lott on the brush. Run it back. got it. And now will it sit for them? And it sure does.
Huge.
The shade down.
So they've got one in the rings. They've also got the guard to work with.
Didn't do a pile.
Edge.
Yeah.
It's going to be behind the tee if you roll. So you just
He might draw.
Normal.
All we've seen is singles, but this is the one that got him his single. Great draw.
Yeah, and if you don't get this in there, you're not only not getting a single, you're probably giving up one, because if this isn't shot rock, they're just going to cap it, and then you've got a really, really tough shot for a single. Well-managed team shot. Kennedy knew the angle. Brennan knew the speed.
Tee shot brought to you by BKT Tires. Growing together. As his lead grows by 1, 3-2 as we play here in 6.
Just a series of really nice freezes made that end.
Incredible.
Both sides.
Fantastic.
Good. That's fine. 9-4. Good throw, Botch.
Oh.
Great throw.
Quite like it.
What do you think of this? Ignoring and just playing behind the guard.
I like it. I really do. It's because it's your guard. If it wasn't your guard against Brendan Bottcher, I'd be a little scared. But such a good surface. The rocks have calmed down a bit since the sanding. There's a very good chance this will be mostly buried.
Just full 8, eh?
You mentioned at the break that coming into this game, Matt's draw percentage was through the roof, and he struggled a little bit early, but he's made his last 2 perfectly. If he can come around here, top 8, bite the 4, might be able to generate 2 that way.
Yeah, fantastic idea. That's what we were talking about with Team Bottcher. I'd love to see a little bit more of this. Can this backfire? Sure.
We've seen edge.
Thinking top 4 depth.
Yeah, at most.
Okay, line's good. Room.
Trying to win Manitoba's first.
Line's good. Line's good. Room.
Brier since Jeff Stoughton in 2011.
Line's great.
Didn't think that was possible.
Pushing 4 foot.
Yeah, really.
Top 8.
You want to bite the 4 foot on this line.
Got a curl.
Got a curl. Colton draw. Hard Colton. Hard
Come on,
Colton.
Colt.
Hard Colton. Hard Colton. Hard Colton.
What a great scrub, and underneath they go. They leave a little corner showing.
Shot.
Really hard to chase that.
14-6. Chase it. Very hard chase. Back button even is probably.
Okay. You like that?
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. We had a few board waders here run fairly straight, but once it gets to the line, it'll curl.
I think once it gets to the line, it'll curl. I was seeing like back line.
Oh, man.
You're going to need at least, you're only hitting about half of this, I think.
Yeah.
But, okay. Yep, yeah, that's fine.
Can you actually hit half of it? That's a tight guard.
It's not easy. Like, you got to be pretty close to the guard here with a 12.5.
Would you guys prefer to come around full 4?
Man, that dig looks real tough, Botch. Yeah.
Draw or the run back then?
Yeah. Yeah,
I think the
I don't mind going T-line.
chipping it out's the hardest of the 3 options. Either run back or go right around.
So almost draw the button line, kind of?
Yeah, if they could throw the other turn, the other turn's moving more, it seems.
That dig, of course, is digging that stone out from under cover.
Look at that angle there. Like you can't see it. And it's so high in the rings. You've got to move it a long way.
Yeah, agreed.
I think there's room to get buried under this. Matt wanted that rock like biting the 4 foot, so that this would be a little bit harder for Brendan. I think he could get fully buried back 4.
Final stone for Alberta and Brendan Bottcher. Here in 6.
Weight's good.
Right now, Dunstone has one buried. Top 8.
Weight's good.
Yep.
Line's good, guys. Weight's good. Close.
Back button.
Clean. Top button.
Whoa.
And Hebert.
Gotta go.
Top button. T.
Kennedy calling line. Pivoting around now. Got it. We'll try to
Just curl.
cut it in there. Oh, goodness. What a draw.
Good curl.
Just deep.
Double. What a
Very
shot,
good.
though.
Good throw, Sorry, Botch.
I mean, this is tough. They're apologizing because, yes, there may be a double here, but what else could you do with it?
That's just it, Beck. You leave it short, like right there. It's wide open. Great shot. The double still has to be made.
This team's so good, so precise that they're mad that it's not 3 inches, 4 inches higher than that. That was an incredible shot.
And now let's go back, because you go with Dunstone's first. He could have very easily played that stone in the 12-foot on the right and said, okay, try to roll over. But it was his aggressive play to come behind to force that, which leaves this potential double for 2.
Yeah, it could be a skip's deuce here by an aggressive play. I love it. But Bottcher made a beauty there.
Dunstone at his last as he got the double here for 2.
Girl.
Arnold.
Okay.
And no, he does not. And look at that. It'll be a steal of 1 for Bottcher on that wonderful draw. So tomorrow, when we're back, our focus will be on Pool B. Mike McEwen at 4-1, skipping Saskatchewan against Jamie Cooey. And the team from the Territories also at 4-1 tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. There's a couple of wonderful stories there. McEwen, of course, in Saskatchewan trying to win their first since Folk in 80. And then Jamie Cooey, best start he's had since 2012 when he made it right through to the Page playoff before losing to his brother in the 3-4 games. 10 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. We'll join you again. It was there. And it just wasn't taken by Dunstone. The double for 2 results in a steal of 1 for Alberta and Brendan Bottcher to extend his lead to 4-2. And here in 7 now, Dunstone once again does have last rock, playing the Redstone.
Fight the 4.
Brett wanted that one. Just an incredible come around by Team Bottcher. And I say Team Bottcher, it wasn't just the thrower.
Nice. 14-5 to T.
And that's what I kind of touched on in the opening. If you can make finesse shots like that, apply some pressure.
Now we knew he said he wasn't happy with his hit game. Was that an example of it?
I think so. Yeah, out of his hand, it was the carve was called immediately, and he hit that one on the nose. Had to throw it really hard. It was such a flat roll. It was not an easy double by any means, but just a hair off on that.
Same shot.
Back 4.
I see teams do this more and more now. Everybody back a few years back, you're trying to control the front, keep rocks usable. And what they're trying to do here is sink one so there won't be a blank, create a force. Brett was just deep on his first one, like really deep.
Top 4. Okay, easy, line good. Back button, back 4.
Line's good.
Top 4. Where are you, Benny?
Want to freeze the top? No.
Hard, keep going.
Hard, guys.
Where are you? Hard. Top 4.
Hard.
Stay on it, hard.
You gotta go, Ben.
Hard, Ben.
Hard.
And gonna sneak it by. Gosh, they did. And right to the pin again.
Great sweep.
Very good.
Good scrub. Sorry, guys.
How many years have we seen those two guys save stones?
Look at that finish. Wow. Overburied.
That's just crazy.
All right, playing the 6th, and it's Howard against Scoffin, and a final stone to the team from Whitehorse.
Well, a good, really good roll by Scott Howard means that this is a chance for 2, but he's going to have a lot of finish, get by the guard, and tap a stone back a couple of inches to get that 2.
Straight. Hard.
Not very heavy.
Hard line. Hard.
And over curl.
Oh, they got caught in between. At that point, you want to stop sweeping to make sure you score, but that's a steal.
Easy.
They won 2 games last year in London, did UConn. 1 and 3 coming in.
Yep.
Mark Kennedy.
Sneaky little hit and roll onto the rings by Colton Lott.
Yeah.
Bottcher has no choice but to hit it. Don't like leaving those biters hanging around.
Hard.
Touch it. Okay.
And unlocks it. And does enough to spill it. Sitting 2 without last rock here in the 7th.
Fortunate. I was thinking.
Okay.
Here's an aggressive play. I thought they might hit the top red.
Speed's good here.
Jam it and roll to our right, leaving that one that's there now in front of the yellow, only yellow that would be left. But trying to set something up here.
Little room right now.
Top 8 right now.
Line's good.
Line's good.
Top
Line's
8.
good.
Again, it's respecting the hitting ability of Team Bottcher.
Top 8.
You're kind of desperate for that 2 at this point
Line's great.
if you're Team Dunstone.
Hard guys.
If you play that shot too early, they have too much time to clear everything.
In a 3-3 tie, and a final stone coming up here for Trevor Bonneau from Thunder Bay.
And a really great shot by Catlin Schneider facing 2. He tapped them back. Trevor's trying to get to the outside of his own, chip it over sideways to roll it off.
Hard on that yellow. Go!
Oh, wow. Oh, my.
He can do it all. I've seen him make precise draws, the finesse game, the hit game. He's for real.
Absolutely. That just barely got by the guard, too.
Closer to 11. It's a little fresh here. Okay, guys. Gonna give you a good board. Okay. I think it'll come up a bit for us.
Good.
Board.
Clean.
Yep.
Clean.
Yes.
Yep. Clean.
Gallant with that
Clean.
backup style, and now Hebert with late licks in, and they'll push it through and sit down. Still sitting the 2 without last rock.
Okay, good sweep, guys. Good sweep.
Okay.
That outturn come around for
Yeah,
Dunstone didn't get close to that very back one. Could make a difference. A lot could change here, though. Still trouble for Bottcher.
No.
Yep. Whoa.
No.
Whoa. Curl.
Maybe. Good beat track.
So sitting 2 and 3 with last rock, Dunstone. So the time of the week when you look at the schedule, and again, remembering that only 3 teams will get through. And one of the determining factors, since there are no tie-breaking games, is head-to-head. So the winner tonight really does gain an advantage. There you see the rest for Dunstone. He's got Bonneau ahead of him. And then when you look at Bottcher, he's got Catlin Schneider and Carruthers from Manitoba.
Where are we rolling? Right on top?
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Or anything over, like we roll to there, we're good.
True, that might even be better. Okay.
There's a thin double there, but I'm pretty sure it'll jam in that back one, and then brings that red at the 2 o'clock position into play.
Shot right now.
Board?
We'll hit and roll on top?
Yeah. Okay. If anything, we got to get just across the nose.
Okay.
Like kind of split. Roll to split the line.
Pardon?
Roll to split the line.
Yeah.
Speaking of Crothers, they blanked the
Even a little past is fine.
7th, and it remains a 3-3 tie.
Line here, Botch.
Roll in the right spot here, but a very simple double, maybe triple.
Weight's good.
Hard.
Hard. Hard. Whoa.
Close.
Yes. Hard.
Late.
Hard.
Here we
hard.
go.
Hard. Hard.
Coming across, and then just rolling a little too far. It will sit the 2.
Good shot, Botch.
Yeah. Probably, eh?
I think so.
Just roll in front of this, eh?
Yeah.
So like,
Normal.
yeah.
Control.
Just want to make sure that one flies to. I think it's a normal weight shot.
Okay.
Looks like normal 3/4 to me.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, maybe thin 3/4. Even if you over-roll this a bit,
Yeah.
like to there, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I'd sooner over-roll this if it means making sure
'Cause
we
then
kill that.
For him, he's got to roll big to
Yeah.
not give us a double.
Yeah, it's 3/4.
Okay.
You can make this just off center. Get
Gotta
that
be
back.
nocturne.
Stick that back red on the back yellow. You've got 3 red in the rings, only 1 yellow. Just a hair high side.
I think we will get a bit of curl.
And shooter will roll in front of the yellow that's biting the back of the forefoot.
And then what's Bottcher do?
Sliding tighty there. Okay. Okay. Following your body a bit with the rock is, but we'll worry about that later.
Boy. So maybe something in the mechanics of Bottcher Kennedy has spotted.
I like the comment, we'll worry about it later. You don't
Just
want to
an
worry
inch
about it
less
in your next
each.
shot. It can affect the amount of finish you get, or, you know, whether he's sliding tight and popping it back, or just sliding tight and letting it go.
Normal, just normal.
Whoa.
Clean.
Whoa.
Matt Dunstone and his first.
Clean.
Close.
Clean.
Whoa.
Whoa. Clean.
Get.
Yeah.
Whoa. Get.
Yeah.
Get it.
There it is. There's the stuff at the back.
Boy, Matty.
Very nice. And there you are. There are the 3 in there. Just 1 for Alberta.
Perfect shot.
Really well thrown rock. Love it hearing a clean on a hit that's that precise.
Yeah.
Didn't whip this.
No.
Didn't have to do anything with it. Cleaned it the whole way.
Only the weakest shot this week has been his out-turn draw, 72%.
Tough.
Made that look easy.
Okay.
Tough.
Okay.
Out-turn hit, sorry.
Hack?
Yeah.
Is that the
Yeah.
hack here?
This is pretty much where I threw that. Where I threw the one 2 ends ago, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Get the weight right. This is close, Botch.
You'd love to hit shot rock, roll somewhere, but the risk of leaving a double for 3 is too high.
Hack. Yep.
Concede the 2
I'm gonna
here.
try and give you just 12 and a half.
Yeah, I like that, Botch. Good throw here. Good around the line.
You cannot tick that red on the way by here. You can only see 90% of that back one. If you ever tick it, it's a 4.
12. Heavy, heavy, heavy.
Clean. Clean.
Final stone.
Clean.
Brendan Bottcher.
Clean.
Now got to help it over.
Got to curl, got to curl.
Got to really help it over. Really, you got to go a mile, they say. Watch out, watch out, touch it, and they'll lose the shooter. And so they will get a chance for 3.
Really overthrown there.
Controller normal.
Yeah, I think it's a. I think I'm seeing normal.
Love that.
Does it look like this with normal to you?
Yep.
Just like that.
Oh.
Same weight? Normal? Same weight? That was good weight for normal, eh?
Yeah.
All good. Who's back in 8?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's funny, that's one of the he talked to us about just kind of sometimes have to, you know, pump the air.
More weight. Clean. 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 Whoa. Clean.
Whoa.
Boy, it's a great
girl,
opportunity
please.
here.
Girl. Girl.
Lot.
Girl.
Curl up. And
boy,
that
Matty.
will work for 3. Dunstone. And the first 3 given up by Bottcher in the event. 5-4 Dunstone. Tuesday night, Regina, and our coverage of the Montana's Brier continues. And when his hip weight, he said, was a struggle, he manages to come through with a short run back to stick it for 3. Matt Dunstone. And that just jumps off the board at you as Manitoba and Dunstone out of the Fort Rouge and Winnipeg take the lead. And the last rock now here in 8 belongs to Alberta's Bottcher out of the Glencoe Club in Calgary, playing the Yellowstone.
Pretty good. Hey, line's good. You got some room now. Room.
Doesn't need to curl.
Room.
It will.
It's quite the sport, isn't it? You watch the first 3 games from this team Bottcher. I think everybody was 95 or better for the whole games. Let one slip away the other night to Northern Ontario. Looked good in this game. Give up a 3. They potentially could lose 2 in a row.
Now just look at the numbers as they come up there. I mean, you've got 96 and 93. And in all honesty,
Top 4.
he steals. Bottcher got a steal in 6 when probably he should have given up a deuce. Right?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Top 4.
Go ahead. Hard line.
Top 4.
Line's great. Stay real close.
Stay
Yep.
close with it, guys.
Never off it. You can't leave this. Line's great.
Make it good.
Line's great.
Easy. Easy, 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 easy.
Okay, great shot.
Sweet.
what we saw in the 6th, Thomas Scoffin missing his draw for a single, gave up a steal. What's he facing now?
Well, this Yellowstone that he shot was a hit by Scott Howard. There was another Redstone, so he removed one, but he stayed frozen on the corner. Thomas looked at whether there was any way to chip it out and stick around for 2, but decided that probably not. And so this is a draw to the 4-foot for the single.
The 7-time Yukon Junior champion won a silver medal in 13, losing to Matt Dunstone.
Shot, Tom.
They played that in Fort McMurray. And he'll hang it on the back edge just for the single.
On red.
Either the nose or the run. What do you like?
I think the run's easier.
I think it's.
Okay. Colt likes
Try
the run.
nose it.
What's that?
Try nose it.
Okay.
That-
What kind of weight?
Board.
Hard hack.
Wow.
Be a little fresh out here.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I think it'll be okay.
New Brunswick and Manitoba, Kathy, in a 3-3 tie.
Well, James made the decision to try to make a tough double earlier on in the end, and they only got 1. And ever since then, Manitoba has been splitting the house to lie the 2. And with a rollout, there is a biter at the back, but that is all that Brad has to outcount to score 2.
Brad Jacobs, this team from the Granite Curling Club in Winnipeg.
Consrock. I think the weight's easy.
Clean it. Okay.
Mentioned that the last time Manitoba won, Brier was 2011, and that was Jeff Stoughton, and it was Reed Carruthers who was part of that team, throwing the 3rd stones.
That feels pretty flat.
Weight's good?
Yes.
Yeah.
Clean. That feels flat.
Clean.
Weight's good?
Yep.
Clean.
Yep.
Brad relaying the message to his team, Brad Jacobs, that it's maybe feeling a little flat. Might not affect the rocks yet, but they're trying to keep on top of it.
Okay, Brett, good try. Good throw.
Light?
No, I don't think so at all.
10-2.
10-2. Good sweep. Yeah.
Double now, and then how do you blank?
Clean.
Clean.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Curl. Whoa, straight.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, they were thinking the last second that feather ticked the shot rock and might redirect. Yeah. Good thinking. This is tough, too.
Yeah, you just make the roll and kind of plant that one.
I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Do you want to throw it hard?
Do you have to throw
And
it
just
hard?
play it into this one?
That's a bonanza.
Maybe, but that looks like it's going to lose our yellow.
I know it's not set up perfect.
Just make the roll, right?
Okay.
I think the reason they want to throw it hard back is if they hit and roll left,
At the most.
the one they're hitting first might jam, so they're hoping by throwing it harder, it might spill them all out of there.
Like we're not trying to kill them both, right?
No, I don't think so.
No. Trying to make the roll.
Straight roll.
Okay. 10.5, guys.
Yep.
Should be a good spot here.
Yep. Nice
Good
sliding
speed,
surface
good
here, Mark.
speed, yeah.
Yeah, most important for them is to get under cover here.
Yep.
Mark
Hard.
Kennedy.
Not jamming this.
Hard.
Come on.
Hard, Brett.
Back to land.
Hard to not jam it. Hard.
Never even looks.
Yep. Whoa.
Ebert is the eyes for him, and then they'll tickle their own on the way by.
Nice audible by skipper there.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Brett or Bet?
10-7. Control.
That spot tricked me a bit earlier.
I
I
control.
thought that spot would run a little bit straighter.
Yeah, in the 4 foot there, yeah.
It's still moving a bit.
Yeah.
Still moving nice. I'm just not giving you enough there.
I like sticking the shooter around, like, see, do it if we sit two, okay? He's playing this and we nose back.
I mean,
Control.
he's hitting his onto ours and rolling, and we're dead.
I know.
They take a crack at the double with this ability of Neufeld. Just going to hit the back
I
one.
didn't even look at it. Hey?
No.
Clean up.
I guess sitting two's not terrible, but there's an angle there for Kennedy.
Clean.
Open lot.
Whoa, curl.
Now Harnden. And to it. And they will sit down.
Okay, Beach. That's good.
And they're sitting 1-2, but without Lost Rock.
Good. Yeah.
It's a little hard.
Normal.
So now this is kind of set up now. Yellow there and rolled maybe into that one. As Joanne says, it gets it buried. Yes, there's a red at the back, but it's wide open. If this is perfect, they got a nice chance at a 2. Be half a rock.
Clean.
It's good.
Yep. Hard.
Gallant again.
Hard,
Picked them up
Brett.
really early.
Hard. Real hard.
Come on.
Real hard.
Still with it.
Roll it, Ben.
And
Roll
you're
it.
going to roll it over on the corner, and he does.
Very good.
Good boy.
And undercover. There's that guard, too.
Good
Sweep, guys. Good sweep.
Not sure why Dunstone left that. Great shot.
Oh, great. 9-1.
Thanks. Yeah. Tricky spot. Thanks.
There's a big difference between how normal curls and how good. Oh yeah.
Easy. Yeah.
Trying to hit half. You guys like this over rolling away?
I'm good with either.
Like, can't we roll this edge of like
Mark
edge of
Kennedy
4 almost,
hasn't
Cole?
missed a hit and roll
Like the other way?
all
Yeah.
week. 21 of them. Perfect.
My goodness.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's make this good. Half rock board.
Yeah.
Can roll left or right. I think they're going our right.
Speed's good?
Yeah.
soft. Yep.
Whoa, whoa,
soft.
whoa.
Little soft. And
Whoa.
Harden on it right away.
Whoa. Clean.
Looking for that hit and roll behind those two stones, top edge of the 12. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, very nice. And he'll sit 1-2 without last rock.
Perfect. Just perfect.
Good shot.
Nice curling. Obviously, a rollout there would have probably given up a deuce.
And good weight call from the sweepers. Relaying that it was quiet. They were a little aggressive early. Just got enough curl at the end there.
Just top tee there, yeah?
I snuck a little peek. They were talking a long time, BC.
Well, they were. Catlin was trying to make a triple on his first. He just got one, and so it is the Bonneau team that is lying two. They looked at running the guard in on an angle, but they've decided to play about board weight to catch the Yellowstone that is in the middle of the two reds and promote it enough for shots.
Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go.
And he'll move them far enough, does he?
He sure does.
Wow, that's a little go for the single. Just that bit.
Take a look at these two, 1 sec.
So 5-4 there. Bonneau from Fort William Thunder Bay leads it.
One yellow.
You know, we
One
talk
yellow,
about teams that haven't won. Schneider skipping this team out of Victoria. It was 2000 the last time that BC won a Brier. And Greg McCauley. Jamming it though, if you do that?
Yeah, at the very back it's possible, but then the red one that's left there right now by the tee line is pretty safe, I think. As they don't disturb it. Yeah, it could hit that back one for sure. Nothing safe with these guys, eh?
No.
Perfect hit and rolls, perfect hit and roll, perfect freeze.
And they saw one of Colton's at way out here this end, so they'll have a good idea how this will run.
Clean. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Clean. Yep. Hard.
Short angle raise. Harden. Here we go. You got it? Oh, you do. Oh, and you stuffed it.
Oh, did too. He hit it so thick. Oh, man. They're trying to hit a hair thinner, and then it wouldn't have jammed. Oh.
Love that.
So, you know, we talked about how good or how well everyone is playing, but these two are 13 percentage points below their average coming in. The player numbers brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
I got light, dead light. No, it's not that bad. Hammer this.
Line's good. Go ahead,
Wait,
guys.
close.
Line's good.
Line's good, guys.
Where'd he got it?
Hard.
You got to go, fellas. You need
Come on, Brett.
a bite of the white.
Line's
No,
good.
we're
Keep
not.
it moving.
Hard, guys.
Keep it going.
Keep it
Remember, he
moving.
pulled
Keep it
the string on one
Keep it moving.
last
Keep it moving.
night.
Good scrub.
And that's a great
Good job, boss.
brush
14-9.
to get it to the 4.
Pardon? Did I kick your broom there?
I think
Takes
so.
advantage of
That's okay.
stuff by
okay.
Manitoba to pick up 2.
I just had to settle back in. That's all.
So back and forth we go, and now it's Alberta with the lead as we welcome you back on this Tuesday evening. Our coverage of the Montana's Brier from the Brent Center in Regina. 6-5, Alberta leads it. Manitoba and Matt Dunstone will have the last rock. They have the hammer here at 9, playing the Redstones.
Tough break. You knew it was going to touch the back one, but I think he hit it 2 or 3 inches tighter than he wanted to. Redirected it dead on at 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Whoa. Whoa. Clean. Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
And rolling it away, Ryan Harnden.
Shot beat.
So they have one under cover.
Full 4.
But the way this ice moves, Joe, those Those guards that long are almost invisible, aren't they, really?
Yeah, they've been making a ton of the chase shot, and that's halfway up there. There's lots of time to curl past that, but looking for the freeze here. That come around's quite deep in the house. Weld this on there, and it's tough to get in there for 2.
Line's good.
I thought it was there.
Where
Top
are ya?
button. Whoa. Top 4, guys. Whoa.
Line's good. Whoa, it's
Whoa.
gonna curl.
Hey, line only.
It's good here. Oh, you can't bounce yet.
Room.
Can't bounce yet.
Room.
A dead freeze, you're going to be on half of it.
Perfect weight. Nope.
Okay. Slip a tie in there.
Nice.
It's a very good shot.
That's
Very good.
very nice shot. My goodness.
And Brendan knew the angle too. He said if you freeze it, it's half on it.
Yeah, back
Yeah, as it was coming in and moving sideways, he knew exactly where it was going to stop.
Well done.
Get it here.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the call. Sorry.
What kind of weight?
Back line.
Back
line?
Back line.
Just loosen this freeze situation so the yellow can be removed later.
Weight's good.
Clean. Yep. Easy. Clean.
Back
Whoa.
line. Just
Clean.
through.
Whoa. Whoa. Back line. Whoa, whoa.
Just through.
Whoa,
It's
no,
through
no,
the
no,
house.
no, no, whoa, whoa. We're going to kill ours then. No, we're back line. We have to get a little bit low to not kill us.
I don't think we're not killing her.
Good shot.
Okay, good shot. Real good. Shot.
New Brunswick's Grattan trying to get back into it, but all I see are yellow.
Well, and all you see is red out front where they don't count. But one of those he's trying to drive back in. It has been all Brad Jacobs this end. Trying to make a corner into the middle. He has to remove 2 in order to score.
I don't know.
You gonna get this? Gonna get this
Oh,
somehow?
wait
Oh,
a
come on. And did he move it far enough?
Don't think so.
No,
For
I
sure,
think
one.
for sure, as they have a look. Great try. James Grattan.
Okay.
And they're going to measure. So right now it's 6-3. Brothers.
Watch the roll, Mark. Right out.
And we'll
Okay,
remove
good shot,
1.
Brad. Good shot. Very good.
Those 2 at the back could pose a problem.
Yes, they
How's
could.
that weight, Botch?
11-3.
One team really trying to force. One team trying to probably go for 2 or 3 here. I guess the blank's still a possibility, but at some point Dunstone has to make a decision here.
Holden Lott.
Little heavy.
Whoa, whoa.
Little
Clean.
heavy.
No, clean.
No,
Whoa.
curl.
Curl. Curl. Curl. Keep it going. Keep going. Keep it going. Keep going. Real
Keep it
close.
going.
Keep going. Hard roll. Hard roll.
And trying to roll it over on top. Well, the way how far they were behind, and they've caught up, and Ontario picks up an 8-3 win over Yukon. As they get 3 and 8, and that's a big win for Scott Howard and the team from Tag Machine. That improves their record to 3-3, 1-4 now for Thomas Scoffin.
And a good bounce back for Scott and the team after the loss this morning.
12 and a half. 12. Yep. Hard. Hard. Hard.
Hard line.
Clean.
Whoa.
Clean.
Whoa.
Clean. Clean.
Rep.
Yep. Straight.
Hard.
Hard.
Hard, buddy.
Yep. Yep.
No roll.
Shot, Mark.
Very good, Mark.
Boy.
That's special. So many rolls from this team between Bottcher and Kennedy this week.
How'd that time, Botch?
Yeah, second year together, you can just tell their communication is so sound.
You not chase it. You call him timeout here? That's
Yeah.
buried, timeout.
Decision time. You try to bail. You try to go for 2 or 3. Could play the run
Playing the
back, I
chase,
guess.
We got to try and just kind of just rub this and get it to go past that. Yeah.
And it's a win by Carruthers, 7-3, the final over New Brunswick, Kathy.
Well, and again, another team that's bouncing back after a loss. That shows some really good dedication. Brad Jacobs just made everything tonight. And for James Grattan, he made some key draws at the right time. But at some point, there was just no room in.
And the Carruthers team that curled 92%. 4-1, Grattan winless in 5.
You could
Even
could
then,
run
it's
that
still, I
low.
still think that yellow just goes into that.
But it should
I don't-
always spin. Like which one?
If we're playing the board waiter, this is coming way under. On this one.
Okay, I like playing on this one.
Okay, well I think it's hard hack then.
Okay.
Hit what you can see.
Just get that out of
Okay.
there.
Hard hack.
Or we throw it lighter and get to the nose.
Ooh.
I can hit more than what I can see.
Hard hack.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to put it.
I like this call. We've seen this chase a lot in this spot. Try to kick shot rock to the back of the rings.
As we drop in on the team from Northern Ontario, Trevor Bonneau, up by 1. Last rock coming up, Kathy, as we watch also BJ Neufeld.
Well, no way that he can see any of that from the hack. It is 2 that belong to BC. So he's going to come off his own with pill weight and try to move at least one of those yellows out of the way.
Got it by the guard, they do. Now where this is going, oh, he maybe, did he move it far enough?
I think he may have.
My gosh, he
always does.
I'm not sure now. Let's have a look.
I think he
Throw
may
it
have.
harder. Yeah, may have just.
It's close.
Yeah. I'm going to call for the measure. We'll let you know.
Great throw, just the same one way or the other.
Straight.
Yeah.
Good throw, Mark. Right up that stick, buddy.
BJ crashed on the guard.
Terror. Can't see a lot of this back red one here.
Hard, Brett. Hard!
See what you need, though, for the double.
Hard!
1 and underneath. So is a deuce still alive here for Dunstone?
Not bad at all. Make sure he wanted to play. He's got to throw the little. Okay. Like but
BJ Neufeld wrecked. He rolled over and kind of guarded that double.
Or do you have half rock to make this?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Probably the call then.
I like that
It
then.
still opens up the blank too.
Normal?
What's that?
Normal.
Normal. Clean.
Trying to make amends now, looking at
Hard.
a double here.
Yeah!
BJ Neufeld, hard and quick on the brush.
No, curl.
Oh dear. 1. And has he got it? Oh, did he move it far enough? And the shooter coming back, not quite.
well, we're shot over there.
Over them.
Yeah.
Hey, Beach, good throw.
For Beach.
Boy, you just don't know what's going to happen this end. Very important that Bottcher's first and third for them. Just a tad overbrushed.
Yeah, on it for line most of the way. Ran a little straighter than they expected.
That first one might have grabbed.
Okay, whatever your
First one might have grabbed.
Yeah, it didn't look.
Look at this out-turn hit.
Looks like out turn the board.
Wow.
I'm okay with that because even if you rolled out at this point.
Yeah, roll out's okay.
Yeah.
Board weight.
I like
Just
board.
Just board.
I like that, Bottch. Okay. Give me a good throw here with board. I think we're money.
This is what the good teams do. They find the shot and then they go, what's the tolerance here? You cannot tick your own. You certainly can't wreck. So we got to get through the hole. So Mark offered up, let's get through the hole. We roll out, we roll out.
And the measure goes to Northern Ontario. So they go up by 2 on British Columbia. And Catlin Schneider out of Victoria will have the last rock coming home.
Tough shot here. Brendan Bottcher's got to nail the speed here.
Weight's good.
Clean. Yep.
You gotta go hard, buddy.
Hard, Brett.
As hard as you've ever gone.
Hard as you've ever brushed.
Come on.
Palant, got to get by that one. They did. Stay with it. Stay with it. Stay with it. Oh, and they just touch it out the back.
Just a pound light.
Good Botch.
Shot, Botch.
Good scrub.
11-5. Hard kicks.
Good throw. Hard. Come on. Hard.
Right to it, right to it.
Again, you go back to
Right to it, right to it.
Mark Kennedy said to him something about your delivery, particularly on the draws. You know, remember that little conversation? Work on it later.
Yeah, interesting.
Trying to nose it. On the nose with board. Okay. Okay.
Interesting play.
Trying to do, right?
Oh, I mean double for us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
If he rolls.
Too flat.
Yes. I thought maybe they'd hit the shot rock roll buried.
Okay.
They're going to hit the side one and force Bottcher to make a decision, possibly playing a double or having to hit and stay way out in the corner.
Board weight. Clean. Just board. Clean. Whoa. Little clean. Light. Yep. Or light.
Hard.
Little light.
Hard.
Colton Lott's got him.
Hard.
Gotta
Clean.
stay there. Gotta stay there.
Curl, 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 curl.
And they will roll inside. So sitting 2 and 3. So the decision is what here, Joe?
Like easy.
What do they have to decide?
Edge of the rock.
I think that's.
Nose hit will do it.
Okay.
Love to make the double.
It does. Like.
I'm okay with edge of the rock normal.
Yeah, I like that. Just get the weight right, we'll be close.
Dunstone wanted right on the nose so that the double would roll
Right on the
out.
nose? Yeah. You showing normal, Botch?
Normal.
Yeah, he didn't want to roll, did he?
No, he wanted Brendan to have to roll and maybe leave him a double.
Interesting play, though. You know, like even if you rolled a bit, Bottcher could roll back a foot and there's still no double.
Yeah, should just be nice and straight, Botch. Nothing crazy here. I guess.
Love what Kennedy said is get the weight right. We all get so wrapped up in hitting the broom.
Well, Mark described it as caddying for each other. They are always picking each other up.
9. Curl. Whoa, curl. 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 Curl.
You got to get it.
Curl. Come on,
Watch
Benny.
this. Run it
Curl.
back.
Curl.
Hold it there.
Curl.
Look
Good.
out.
Great
You got to get it.
Great
No, he does.
Great shot.
All right, Botch.
Beauty, Botch.
He's going to give us one here.
Way to go.
Good job, Botch.
Very nice.
Now I think
There you go, Botch.
you're going to see
Very good. So, we're going
Manitoba give up a point here.
Sure.
Tide coming home.
Yeah. That preference?
Odds aren't great.
He's not drawing the lights out here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Done with this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Down by 2.
Well, especially Vic, when Tide coming home didn't work for Alberta in their last game.
Yep.
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 All right.
Clean.
Interesting. So,
1 yellow.
1 yellow it is. Is this a gamble that's going to pay off? He'll have the last rock, but he's down by 2. And we want to welcome those of you who have been watching TSN 5 and the Professional Women's Hockey League and Minnesota's win over Ottawa. Welcome to Regina. On this Tuesday night, our coverage of the Montana's Brier. And our featured game is going to 10. Alberta and Brendan Bottcher of the Glencoe Club with a 7-5 lead over Matt Dunstone from the Fort Rouge in Winnipeg. Interesting there as you look at the scoreboard that Dunstone gave away a steal of 1. He had a chance, could have hit for 1, tied the game, but is elected now to play with the hammer, with last rock, and looking to score 2 to tie or maybe even get 3 if he can to win it here in 10. All important game for these two, remembering that both are coming in at 3 and 1, and the head-to-head result will determine a team's getting a place in the final standings. So the winner here will have a big advantage as we narrow down the field.
Benny Hirbert went around the corner to choke it off, and then Gallant did the same thing. A little different. Normally you see the 3 stacked up, 1 on the button, 1 top 12 tight guard to try to keep the team with hammer busy, not being able to go around corner guards.
Hard line.
Top 8, top 12, top 8.
Go
Yeah, and the choke on both sides is a little deeper than we normally see it. Usually they're kind of half in the 8 foot.
Top 12-ish, yeah.
Never off.
Small bump.
Hard.
Small
Never
bump.
off.
Small bump.
Keep going. Great sweep.
Good sweep. Really good sweep.
Yeah, because that back one of Gallant could get in the way now.
Nice and straight here,
Get
guys.
on the line, pal. Yeah.
Clean.
Brett Gallant throwing the second stone for Bottcher.
Yep.
Ebert and makes it go away. It's just, it's an odd thought process to my mind. Still, to give away that point. I mean, I know stealing is difficult too, but you're looking for 2 points now.
Joanne's stats have it. If they had taken their one, they have about a 21% chance of stealing. Keeping in mind, though, Bottcher did give up a steal in his very previous game. But you'd have to think scoring 3 against a team like this is slightly lower than 21%.
Okay, high as you can on this line. High as you can.
A lot of cases, you can get your 2 here,
No, it needs to sit.
and then you're back to that same situation, having to steal the extra end.
In fairness, though, I mean, you get your 2, playing that 11th end. Sometimes that can be when the ice starts to wear down, and if you can force a draw to the button for the win, it's harder in 11 than it is in 10.
For sure.
Okay, normal's good.
You can hit half with Peel if you want.
Ultimately, neither scoreboard was very good for Team Dunstone, so 6-1, half dozen the other.
Yeah, it's whatever you feel. You've played all these years. What's happened to you? You know, I hate to bring it up, but Dunstone gave up a 3 to Crothers in the points bet.
It's good.
Yep. Hard.
Mark Kennedy.
Stay off.
Hard.
Gallant squeezing out.
Hard, Brett.
Ebert around the guard, and well done.
That'll play.
Great sweep, guys. Great sweep, pal.
Guys, we might want to.
Mine's good.
Line's good.
Mine's good.
Line's good.
Gotta go wait.
Go then. Mine's good.
Never off, guys.
Just go, guys. Mine's good.
Never off.
Hard, guys.
Losing the line here.
Hard cool. Hard cool.
Lot Harnden will wreck on that corner.
Do we ever unlock?
Well, he's freezing this one, isn't he?
Want to talk about this, guys? I think we have to.
Like, I don't think he can draw around the guards anymore.
Okay.
Yep.
Where do I got to hit this?
I'm trying to hit a third and touch nothing in the house.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's it, Mark. You got it.
You jam it onto Mark's previous one at
Nice and straight, eh? Yep.
10 o'clock there. That could be a disaster.
All you heard was a whoa. You want me to do what?
Yeah.
Curl.
Oh, straight.
Curl.
Mark Kennedy holding it up.
Curl.
Now,
It's good.
Good.
finally. And he
Buck.
did touch one, touched his own, and
Good, Mark.
It's good.
Good boy. Sorry,
a
Mark.
little spin to the back and still hang around.
Good sweep.
That's unusual. One. The thrower saying one and the other, the skip saying the other.
That's all. Thought you might be able to use it.
Both teams are
Good line.
under 2
Little
minutes
rope,
of thinking
rope,
time.
rope.
Mine's good.
Each have their timeout,
tee.
though.
Max line here.
It's T-line right now. It's heavy. Really heavy.
Oh, we're too late for the freeze.
It's always quick to the corners.
It's past it. Past it, Mark. Past it. Right out, right out, right out.
And right out. Now Dunstone forced to play a little hurry up here too, Joe. They did use a timeout when we went to an update with Kathy. And now they've called theirs.
They got it. What do you like?
Bottcher.
Sitting 3. That one's hard to get out.
So both teams not playing up to the numbers that we expected coming in, but that will be talked about. That 1 in 9, I'm sure, giving up that single rather than playing in a tied game, trying to come back from 2 down. That will be a question I'm sure everyone will ask Dunstone, should he not be able to come back. Game story brought to you by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue.
Yeah, let's kill the one, but let's make sure we go low.
Would you ever like board weight to kill the one
Get it out.
and hit and roll?
Yeah. No point leaving it back there for a jam.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to be killing that. We
Good
kill that
sport.
rock, and the next end we're going to an extra, right?
Mark, you thinking three quarters low?
How far do you want to bump the 4, guys?
Well, I just want to make sure we're low.
Just right
I'd
to
rather
it.
not bump the 4.
I'm thinking
Yeah.
here with board.
Yeah.
The best would be to not even bump the 4, would just be to roll right in the crotch.
Okay.
Good call,
As long as you
Brett.
don't hook 'em.
That's for sure the call, buddy.
Well, we're going to be 1, 2, 3. Is he drawing around him?
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Make sure we go low in line 3 here.
Yeah. Give me 11.5, Botch.
Yeah.
Roll slightly left. The red doesn't go anywhere, but you get rid of the nuisance at the back, the yellow. And
You like
Bottcher
this?
came up with a good concept there. You'll sit 3.
I do.
The last thing you want to do is high side this
Even a
and
hair just
squirt
so
it
we're
in.
shot, right?
Yeah, as long as we got something here if he blasts.
Yeah.
Skip Stone's here in this 10th.
Weight's good. Just board.
Brendan Bottcher.
11.
Clean. Clean. Clean.
Weight's 11.
Clean. Curl.
Whoa,
Curl.
whoa, whoa.
Curl. Clean.
Follow through,
Clean.
follow
Now he
Clean.
just wanted to roll over and sit right there.
Oh, that's
Good job, guys.
really good.
Way to go, Botch.
Not many
job.
teams
Good job, buddy.
2 up without hammer
Gotcha,
would
boy.
throw a nice soft weight there. They'd throw some type of rocket.
Very, very, very good. Yep, you got to do something.
Very good. I got 11.
Well thought
Very good.
out.
Okay. Good. Okay. Once he makes a call here, we'll have to be fairly decisive.
But we got to be out count this, right?
Yeah.
Is this?
I don't really see anything else.
Can we make a nose on that for now?
Nose on what? This?
No, the other one.
Yeah, that might not be bad.
And then we might have a double on my last or a
Yeah.
triple.
Yeah, just right here.
I think I like that with control.
Boy, what a wonderful roll.
Just a shade high.
Yeah.
To get that red on the scoreboard,
What do you like, board or
2
hat?
rocks for Team Dunstone. They have to get rid of all
I
3
think
of
it's
those.
control to get that red over there. I'll throw hard board.
Matt Dunstone. And his first. 2 to tie.
Yep.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
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 Nothing yet
Got
from
it,
Lott.
Curl.
Now Harnden.
Curl. Curl.
And through the middle it goes, but what's he left?
Where's that go? I think it goes underneath. There is a double.
Play this tick double. I think that's jamming. I don't think we can play it.
Good.
Playing tick bang, guys,
Okay.
or you're letting him make a triple if we can hit.
Tick bang, and even if we nose this, we're pretty good, aren't we?
What about right on
With
the peel?
peel.
Oh, yeah, play the nose with peel, and if we tick bang, we win.
Yeah.
I love that. This is an intern.
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Hit it on the outside. If you hit it on the outside, I'm pretty sure. it
So
goes.
sitting 3
Lots of time, Botch.
is one of the options, but they're going to throw peel weight. So if they happen to hit it just there, you hear them referred to as a tick bang. If they get that top one
Like our
thin
number
enough,
one
this will
shot's
go.
the ticket, right?
And the other thought was if you play onto the outside of the 1 on the edge of the 8, that's where you're going to get that into the other, right?
Could jam
Shoot
it.
across the house into
Yes.
the side.
All right, let's go over and check in on Northern Ontario, BC. BC down by 2. Now here we go. Bottcher with a chance to end it right now.
Yep. Hard. Hard.
Hebert, a little tick double. We're watching Schneider as well. Bang, bang, away they go. And it's a win for Bottcher.
Catlin has to make the triple.
What do you got now? Here we go, bang, bang. Oh, and he'll go across the top, and it'll be one more for Bonneau, and he'll go to 5-1. 7-5 the final. Bottcher's a winner over Dunstone. 7-4. Bonneau from Northern Ontario beats BC.
Couldn't hit that in a better spot. Just perfect. You could tell by Mark's inflection in his voice that it was real close. Nice shot.
So the gamble by Dunstone does not pay off. And Bottcher will pick up a very, very big win to go to 4-1. And now Dunstone 3-2. The advantage head-to-head goes to Bottcher if it comes down to that when it's all said and done.
The 2024 Montana's Brier is proudly presented by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. By Kruger Products, the softest and strongest supporters for over 40 years. By BKT Tires, growing together. And by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada.
Well, they are a story. This team from the Fort William Curling Club in Thunder Bay. Trevor Bonneau trying to win the first since Brad Jacobs in 2013. And Brendan Bottcher goes to 4-1 with his win over Dunstone. Meanwhile, Team Canada, the defending champions, are out and getting ready to practice. They will be on the ice tomorrow against Prince Edward Island and the 4-1 team from the Crapo Curling Club. So look at this. And again, remembering now just 3 teams will advance. If it ended right now, you've got Bonneau, Bottcher, Carruthers, it's over. But then Dunstone's loss right there. Could that mean something? And then Howard won. Schneider, they're both at 3-3, not out of it to say the least. Now on the other side, if it ended right now, there are your 3. Can you believe it? Saskatchewan, PEI, and Jamie Cooey. And Guju now at 4-2. So we're getting down to that time, and we are watching the standings, games very closely. 10 a.m. tomorrow, Brian, Kathy, Joe, they'll all be with you. Mike McEwen against Jamie Cooey, both coming in at 4-1. 10 a.m. Eastern tomorrow, Wednesday, from here in Regina. What an evening. I don't know. Still don't necessarily like the idea you give away a point and try to come back with 2. It'll be a discussion point, I'm sure. What an evening of curling. From here in Regina, the Brandt Center. So till we talk with you again tomorrow, thank you for joining us. The Montana's Brier, the Canadian Men's Curling Championship, is here on Canada's sports leader, TSN.